And it's time to hear from head coach Kenny Atkinson, brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, your pregame one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. Coach meeting with the media a little bit ago, and he was asked about, well, playing with more force.
It's a mindset. It really is. And I'd say we've done that for 2 games and, 2 quarters. So that's pretty good. We obviously had a little bit of a letdown in game 3, and force and energy live in that same world, right? Force is probably more physical and then energy is the sprint battles, the 50-50 balls where you're I don't want to go in like a psychological, there's like cognitive energy, right? Like that's part of like having energy, like you have to be kind of locked in. So we talk about it. I think the whole team's on the same page. That's good. You got to get everywhere. You can't be the coach saying, we lack, that BS. It's the whole group that knows what we got to correct.
What's the mood around the team been since game 3 ended?
Great. But you know how guys are. They're I think they're ready to react. That's kind of in a readiness stage where they want to react. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's just your pure emotion of getting, losing by 20, right? There's that. Young guys, that's the first thing. Like, man, that's not going to happen again. So I feel that.
Donovan and James talked a lot about them top blocking. Obviously that's not like an unusual strategy, but how easy is it to combat?
Yeah. We talked about solutions. You have to make defensive adjustments, you have to make offensive adjustments. Just like I think we started it off, right, with the top block. And then, and they made their adjustments, right? And we'll make ours. So we had, we can do some things tactically, but that's also where we talk about force and energy, to not accept whatever coverage you're in, right? Like, we still want those guys to get the ball, right? It's not going to be like, hey, just take the top block and, go out to lunch, right? It's more, hey, let's not, we're not going to accept that, right? And there's a force and an energy. And we've done it. This isn't the first time they've top blocked James Harden or Donovan Mitchell. Teams do it all the time. Their commitment to it was pretty good, but we can be better against it.
When you look back at the film with their shooting, 3-point shooting especially, the kind of things you feel like you guys can clean up?
Always better contests. Our contest level can be better, kind of knowing who we have to kind of fan out to and who their shooters are and who maybe we can help in more. It's I think contest level, I think KYP is really important. But listen, at the end of the day, like, what I could, like, to me it was too much rim, too much paint. Let's that's their strength. So we have to do a better job of them invading our goal, more resistance early, because that's rim, and now that you get both, right? Everybody in this league is fighting for paint touches, and it was just too, we were too permissive, especially in that, third and fourth quarter.
Yes, indeed. Raptors with 43 points in the fourth quarter of Game 3. This is the Huntington Tip-Off Show. We're getting closer to Game 4. Cavs and Raptors in Toronto will take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hear that? That's the sound of traffic when I used to go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up my prescriptions. Such a waste of time. Hear that? That's my grandkids playing in the backyard. Since I joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program, I have so much more time for them. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all my prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so I can pick them all up with just one trip. Grandpa! Who wants a cookie? Discount Drug Mart saves me the runaround.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesar Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hear that? That's Ralphie, my poodle. And he's happy because he's about to get a piece of cheese. Yeah, there's a pill hiding in that piece of cheese, but Ralphie doesn't seem to mind. Cheese is cheese. I get all his medications at Discount Drug Mart because I know the Drug Mart pharmacy carries only the highest quality, from heartworm and flea to antibiotics and pain meds. And they're all at super low prices. So I can afford that fancy kibble he likes so much. And that makes me as happy as Ralphie. Thanks, Discount Drug Mart.
We're about 20 minutes away from basketball. Cavaliers and Raptors getting ready to go at it. See, we'll come back to Cleveland for Game 5. That'll be Wednesday evening, either a 7 or 7:30 tip. Well, as we look at today's game, knowing the Cavs are coming off of that loss in Game 3, Jared Allen says, yeah, today is a big one.
It's a very important game tomorrow, and this is what we've been doing all year. Like you said, trying to respond to adversity, trying to respond to what's been thrown at us previously. So just coming in and playing our game of basketball and not getting down on ourselves.
You know, it really is, when you get into the playoffs, each game does take on its own entity. So now the Cavs saw the Raptors' response, felt it the other night. Now, how will the Cavs respond this afternoon as we go around the NBA? And you are seeing it elsewhere as well. Now, later today, San Antonio at Portland. Spurs able to get a win in Portland the other night without Wemby, and they lead that series 2-1. Also later this evening, it'll be Boston at Philadelphia. The Celtics in command of that series 2-1. Philly looking to level things. And then later tonight, the Lakers will seek a sweep over the Rockets, leading 3-0. And they are up 3-0 despite the fact they have no Luka, no Austin Reeves. And LeBron is playing like, well, he's about a 31-year-old.
We don't have the luxury of, like, being passive or being complacent. Like, we don't have the luxury to do that. So our whole mindset is like, we have to do everything it takes in that particular game, in that particular moment, in that particular possession in order for us to win basketball games, because we don't have a long leash of air. We don't have a lot of air.
Of course, the Rockets are without Kevin Durant. They might get him back tonight, but nothing official there. Now, last night, speaking of injuries, the Timberwolves, actually, they did overcome them, and here's why.
I'm just out there just playing. I'm just flowing. Like, I don't know, what can happen. Like I said last game, I didn't make any threes. It was about me getting to the rim. And then this game, it was I was able to, get to the free throw line more and make some threes. So just taking whatever the defense gives me and just entering flow state where I'm just out there just playing. I'm just playing hard, just competing.
And that's Ayo Dosunmu, who you heard from there. He scored 43 points last night as Minnesota defeated Denver 112-96. Yes, Dosunmu, who they acquired in a deal with the Bulls at the trade deadline, and he stepped up, Minnesota getting that win, and they get it despite the fact Anthony Edwards went out early with what is now termed a hyperextended knee and a bruise. No ligament damage, but he's out for weeks. And Dante DiVincenzo, torn Achilles tendon 79 seconds into the game. Minnesota, though, leads that series 3-1 as the scene goes to Denver for Game 5. Now, also yesterday, Orlando, a winner over Detroit, 113-105. Magic leading that series 2-1 with Game 4 tomorrow. Thunder now on the verge of sweeping Phoenix. They go up 3-0 yesterday, and the Knicks responded after losing 2 games in a row to Atlanta. They took Game 4 yesterday in Dixie with a 114-98 win, and that series now tied at 2. Karl Anthony Towns, a triple-double for New York. Now, the Raptors with some life after beating the Cavs in Game 3, as R.J. Barrett puts it.
A night like tonight was good to give us some confidence and just show that, we're here, we're in this series. That when we play like how we did today, everybody together, everybody playing hard, locked in on the game plan, we can make some noise.
So the Cavs get ready to take on the Raptors. So they've got a little boost from their win, and the Cavaliers now, how are they going to respond? That is, of course, the storyline for this afternoon. You're locked into the Huntington Tip-Off Show as we inch closer to Game 4. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
ASAP Rocky presents Don't Be Dumb Tour. Live in Cleveland. ASAP Rocky performing at Rocket Arena Friday, May 29th. The new album, Don't Be Dumb, is out now. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. This is the dumbest tour of all time. ASAP Rocky, presented by Cash App.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
The biggest party of the year is here. Zach Brown Band Love and Fear Tour, presented by Margaritaville at Sea. Saturday, July 18th, Rocket Arena. Money, I ain't worried. Zach Brown Band. With special guests, Fix and the Tantrums. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBrownBand.com. Little bit of chicken fried. Don't miss Zach Brown Band. Love and Fear. Live.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Inspired by Cavs legend Nick Gilbert, the Gilly Project and NFX fund research and raise awareness about neurofibromatosis, or NF, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. Despite the challenges of NF, Nick was a light and inspiration throughout his 27 years. Nick's legacy lives on through these organizations and his iconic bow tie, now a symbol of hope for families affected by NF. Help carry on Nick's fight at nfxdetroit.org.
Cavaliers and Raptors are on the floor getting ready for basketball in Canada this afternoon. The Cavaliers will head home after today's game, and they'll have a little bit of time before Game 5. That'll be Wednesday night in a 7 or 7:30 tip, and the Cavs hoping to take care of their business today. That would mean they'd have an opportunity to close it out. But first things first, you got to find a way to win today. So after losing that game on Thursday, Jared Allen was asked yesterday what the team's mindset is.
We're positive now, but we understand that we got kicked in the butt last night. We understand that there's a lot of things we need to fix, but we're high on ourselves, but we're still taking this very seriously.
Now, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go to Donovan Mitchell.
I think that's the mental I'm talking about. Understanding, this loss happened. What do you do next? You know what I mean? Do you sit around and say, oh, we'll be fine, and kind of be lackadaisical about it and not have the appropriate fear of a team like this because they're a really good team, right? Or do you hand them the respect? They protected home court, and we got to go out there and adjust for Game 4.
All right. It's a mindset also dealing with that top block. Can they handle that today as they try to get back in command of this series against the Raptors? Now, that does it for today's Huntington Tip-Off Show. I'll be back at the half for the McDonald's halftime report, and Brad Sellers will join me. And, of course, Brad will be with me following the game for the Cavaliers post-game show, in which we'll also hear from Coach Kenny. We'll hear from Donovan, James, Evan, and company, and also from you. You can always text us. The Cavs and the Raptors are about set for Game 4. And Cavs, may the force be with you this afternoon on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Let's get it.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesar Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesar's Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesar Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hear that? That's Ralphie, my poodle. And he's happy because he's about to get a piece of cheese. Yeah, there's a pill hiding in that piece of cheese, but Ralphie doesn't seem to mind. Cheese is cheese. I get all his medications at Discount Drug Mart because I know the Drug Mart pharmacy carries only the highest quality, from heartworm and flea to antibiotics and pain meds. And they're all at super low prices. So I can afford that fancy kibble he likes so much. And that makes me as happy as Ralphie. Thanks, Discount Drug Mart.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No, that's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
The Huntington Tip-Off Show was presented by Huntington. Let's get more from today, not just tomorrow. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's get more from money. Get started at huntington.com. Up next, it's Cavaliers basketball. Brought to you locally by Time now for Cleveland Cavaliers basketball. Here to bring you all the action are Tim Alcorn and Jim Jones.
From Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Good Sunday afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cavaliers playoff basketball along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse this afternoon in Toronto. It's Game 4 of this first round best-of-7 series between the Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. Cavaliers lead the series 2-1. Cavs took the first 2 games in Cleveland. Game 1, 126-113. Game 2, 115-105. But then on Thursday night here in Toronto, the Raptors back here on their home floor before their roaring fans pulled away in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Cavs 43-23 in the final period to win the ballgame 126-104 and make this a 2-1 series. Game 4 this afternoon. Game 5 will be back in Cleveland on Wednesday night. Time to be determined. And if there is a Game 6, it would be here in Toronto on Friday night. Great to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon as the Cavaliers and the Raptors are warming up down on the floor. Jim Jones with the weekend off. He has some personal commitments to tend to, but I'll tell you what, I am absolutely thrilled to be working here in Toronto and throughout the postseason with Serena Winters as Serena moves over from the television side where she did exceptional work throughout the regular season for FanDuel and now joins us on the Audioverse side for what we hope will be a lengthy playoff run. So, Serena, let's look back to Thursday night. Things got away from the Cavaliers in that fourth and final quarter. But that being said, it certainly wasn't their best performance. There was a lot that could be improved on here this afternoon. Agree?
Yeah, Tim, absolutely. I mean, look, part of Darko's game plan in Game 3 was to wear James Harden and Donovan Mitchell down on the defensive end, right? So then the hope is that they're not efficient on the offensive end. And that worked. It wasn't the best showing for the Cavaliers' backcourt. Donovan and James combined for 11 turnovers to their 7 assists. And look, they shot 17 threes and only made 4 of them. So it makes sense that James Harden had this to say about his expectations for today's game.
We will respond. We will. We got another choice, you know. We didn't expect to win 16 games in a row, you know what I mean? So, you know, guys are a little frustrated, which, you know, I get it. They're supposed to be. You know, we're supposed to be. But, you know, find a way to weather the storm, figure it out, and be better for Game 4.
Now, the Cavaliers had 2 solid practices and film sessions on Friday and Saturday. And one of the things Kenny said was that he actually felt even more positive after watching the film, Tim, just because so many of their mistakes were so correctable. And Donovan Mitchell echoed those same sentiments, saying it's about understanding the Raptors played a really good game. The Cavs just didn't. So understanding that and responding to that, it's one of the reasons why Donovan Mitchell had this to say about the mood of this team.
Good vibes, but also a seriousness. Understanding that, like, you know, I said this after the game, like, we're gonna lose at some point, right? So just how do you respond? It's not the end of the world, but we still also have to have the seriousness of executing, but also still be ourselves, right? Like, not overreact, not get too upset. It's like, hey, all right, they handled their business, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they won on home court. They protected home court. That's what they're supposed to do. It's on us to try to steal one tomorrow.
And both of those guys, Tim, Donovan and James, have to do a better job of trusting the pass tonight, getting off the ball quicker, getting into the next action, starting earlier in the shot clock. But I think, you know, listening to Donovan yesterday, and you were at practice, Tim, as well, you can tell there is still a seriousness very much so about him. He is definitely ready for this game.
Oh, no doubt. You could see he's locked in. You could see that at practice yesterday, and I had an opportunity actually at the hotel this morning to ride the elevator down, and he had a very stern, serious look on his face in the elevator. Didn't really say hello or chat to a lot of people on his way to the bus. And I think for him and James Harden, and this is now a playoff veteran team. This is now a team that has been through some wars, Serena. So they knew what to expect on Thursday night. As Mike Snyder was alluding to throughout the pregame show, the guys and Kenny Atkinson have said they've got to bring more force. That's been the key word, more force this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, the physicality, the force. I think that Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley in their post-game pressers, I clocked 15 or 16 different times they used that word, and you go down the line of the box sheet and different things the Cavaliers could do better. You ask Kenny Atkinson about that, you ask the team about that, but their response to every question about what they could have done better in Game 3 goes back to that same thing, force. That's on the offensive end, that's on the defensive end, and hopefully we see the Cavaliers come out here and try to show a more forceful statement here today, Tim.
All righty, so we've set the stage for you. Game 4 here in Toronto, where 20,000 folks are waving the towels. Cavaliers will look to combat that home court advantage for the Raptors and go up 3-1 in this series. Cavs, Raptors, Game 4 from Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups and the opening tip. That follows this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour is coming. Celebrate hit songs from the movies, performed live, starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 25th at Rocket Arena. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
Wendy's OG Spicy Chicken Sandwich just got a total upgrade. Yep, we completely revamped the recipe. New softer bun, tangy pickles, creamy mayo, and crispier chicken. With just the right amount of heat. It's basically better in every way. But is it our best spicy chicken sandwich ever? You tell us. You know you want to. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Some moments you never forget, like the buzzer beater that brought the house down.
Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win!
Being a part of Cavs United presented by KeyBank means more than just a seat for tip-off. It's legacy, family, and it's your all-access pass to memories at Rocket Arena that'll last a lifetime. Join Cavs United for the 2026-2027 season and create more moments that matter together. Visit Cavs.com/enroll today.
You live for this.
The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us coming.
Playoff basketball this afternoon. The Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And today's Cavs-Raptors Game 4 first-round matchup is being brought to you by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cavaliers. By Huntington, let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank at huntington.com. By McDonald's, score a $2 large fry every time the Cavs win. That's only in the McDonald's app. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So a look at our Cleveland Clinic inactive roster report. Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Cavaliers. For Toronto, one inactive, but it is a big one. Emmanuel Quickley will miss the fourth game of this series, and now the rest of the series as he has re-aggravated that right hamstring injury. So he is out for the remainder of the series. For the Cavaliers, their inactive list is clean. Everybody is healthy and ready to go. So with that, a look at our Huntington starting lineups brought to you by Huntington. For the Toronto Raptors under head coach Darko Rajakovic, it'll be R.J. Barrett, 6'6", seventh-year player out of Duke. He's had three terrific games against the Cavs. Contest of 24, 22, and 33 on Thursday night. Jacoby Walter in the starting lineup, 6'4", second-year player out of Baylor. Walter was inserted into the starting lineup on Thursday night, and he did not score after games of 7 and 14 in Cleveland. Brandon Ingram in the starting lineup, 10th-year player out of Duke, 6'8", and he has been quiet in the playoffs. Cavs have shut him down. Ingram, after averaging over 21 per game in the regular season, with games of 17, 7, and 12 in the postseason. Scotty Barnes in the starting lineup. He has not been quiet. 6'8", fifth-year player out of Florida State. And Barnes with games of 21, 26, and he matched R.J. Barrett with a 33-point output on Thursday night. In the middle, Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl, 10th-year player out of Utah, 7 feet tall. And in the playoffs, he's had games of 4, 2, and 8. Huntington starting lineup for the Cavaliers under head coach Kenny Atkinson. The backcourt, James Harden, 17th year out of Arizona State, 6'5". He's had games of 22, 28, and 18 against Toronto, although he did turn the ball over 8 times on Thursday night. The other guard, Donovan Mitchell, 6'2", 9th year out of Louisville. Mitchell with games of 32 and 30 in Cleveland, but was held to 15 on Thursday in Toronto. At forward, Dean Wade, 7th year out of Kansas State, 6'9", games of 5, 3, and 5 in this first-round matchup. The other forward, Evan Mobley out of USC, 6'11", games of 17, 25, and 15 in the first 3 matchups. In the middle, Jared Allen out of Texas, 9th year in the league. And for Jared Allen, 3 games of 10 points, 7 rebounds, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 12 and 4. That's the Huntington starting lineup for the Cavaliers. 3 officials working this afternoon's ball game. Our crew chief, John Goebel. And out on the floor with John Goebel is Kenny Atkinson's college teammate at Richmond, Curtis Blair. And Ray Acosta, the alternate today, is Natalie Sago. Keep in mind, Cavaliers win this game and go up 3 games to 1. Not only do they win, but you win. Download the McDonald's app for the Cavs $2 large fry offer. McDonald's, I'm loving it. So, Serena, as we've all done our prep here for Game 4, as I look down, I want to make sure Serena's still sitting there. I kind of lost her. There she is. Serena, break it down for us. How do you see this one unfolding this afternoon? I'm glad I can see you now.
We got a lot of fans behind me here courtside. Well, Tim, one of the big areas I'm looking at is just paint protection. The Raptors outscored the Cavaliers in the paint 60-40 in Game 3. And even if they didn't score on that possession of paint, it was the decisions they made to find the open guy once they got in the paint that were an even bigger problem. So the Cavaliers have to do a better job of cutting off drives from Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett today. And speaking of Barnes, Tim, the Cavs are planning to make a pretty big adjustment on him defensively in Game 4. Evan has been his primary defender, but Dean Wade is going to start on him tonight, while Evan Mobley will shift over to guarding Ingram. So certainly a big adjustment to watch out for. And then the other thing offensively, Tim, just getting the ball up the court a little quicker. As Kenny said, the best way to attack pressure is to beat the pressure.
Boy, great stuff, as always, from Serena. Down below, Cavs take the floor in their statement black uniforms. Cavs with the black shirts, black shorts, gold letters and numbers with some wine trim, and Toronto in their bright reds, red shorts, red shirts with the black numbers trimmed in white with the red Raptors trimmed in black across the front of the jersey. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. You may have synced up the audio with the video, however you may be watching it, but glad you're listening. We want to hear from you. Text in 216-440-9566, 216-440-9566. Keep in mind, standard message and data rates may apply. Cavs will be going left to right here in the first half of play. They'll be heading towards the Raptor bench, which is down to our right. Raptors will go right to left, heading towards the Cavs bench. Jared Allen against Jakob Poeltl. Ball in the air, tip controlled by Toronto, and we are underway. And as Serena just said, that's Dean Wade on Scotty Barnes. Barnes left side to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl on the handoff, left wing to Brandon Ingram. Ingram draws Allen on a switch. Ingram with 7 on the shot clock. Ingram on the left wing, double team, shoots over it, missed it. Rebound grab by Donovan Mitchell. Cavs going left to right. First possession of the afternoon. Mitchell comes right down the lane, got it blocked at the rim by Jakob Poeltl. Toronto will leak out to the other end. Ingram on the left wing, draws Wade. Ingram backing Wade down into the paint, fires out front. Barnes thought about a 3. Barnes against Harden. Barnes left of the key, swings it on the right side to Ingram. Ingram fakes Wade, comes down the lane. Oh, then it rolled off. Poeltl with the tip, couldn't convert. Rebound Wade. Still scoreless. Cavs on their second possession of the ball game. Here's Mitchell. Out front, Harden. James, 3. Nope. James fell down, no whistle. And here comes Toronto to the other end. Again, Raptors going right to left. Ingram, left wing 3. Brandon missed that one. Offensive rebound. Barnes banks and scores. Scotty Barnes with the putback basket at 33 and 11 on Thursday night. 2-0 Toronto, just underway here at Scotiabank Arena. Here's Mobley, left to the key. Mobley against Poeltl. Mobley out front, Harden. Clean 3, got it! James Harden hits the three ball. So Harden, who has been shooting 38% from downtown in the playoffs, puts the Cavs up 3-2. And at the other end, Mitchell with a steal. Quickly to Harden. Mitchell poked it away from Jakob Poeltl. Here's Harden, lob down low to Allen, and he lobbed it too far. Turnover, Cavaliers. And again, Harden had 8 turnovers on Thursday night. Cavaliers as a team had 22. That number far too high. Cavs up 3-2. Here's Barnes, right of the lane. Got it out front to Ingram. Bounce pass left corner. R.J. Barrett with a 3. That didn't hit anything. Rebound grab by Dean Wade. Wade ahead to Harden. Harden fires down low to Mobley. Mobley's got to save it in, and he saved it in to Jacoby Walter. Feeds Barnes. Barnes to the other end, and he'll slam it on Dean Wade. There's Scotty Barnes. Couple of field goals for 4 points, and the Raptors have a 4-3 lead. Donovan Mitchell crosses the half-court line. 9:25 to go in the first. Cavs down 1. Wade out front, swings it right sideline to Mobley. Mobley, right of the lane, and a reach-in foul will be called as Mobley tried to split a double team. We'll get that one on Brandon Ingram. First foul in the ball game. As Dean Wade will inbound over on the far side. First of 4 NBA playoff games this afternoon. Cavs get it going with the 1 o'clock tip here in Toronto. Mitchell, baseline right, tough shot. Left it short, rebound grab by Jacoby Walter. Cavs got stagnant on that possession. Nobody was moving. Here's Ingram into the paint. Fade away, good. Brandon Ingram. I'm sure that's what Darko Rajakovic wants to see. Get him going early. Toronto up 6-3. Mobley hands off to Harden. Bounce to Mobley, right of the lane. Mobley in traffic. Ball knocked away. Mobley got it back. Threw it down low. Ball deflected. Out of there with it comes Ingram. Ingram for the Raptors. Feeds right side to Walter. Out front to Barnes. Barnes into the paint. There's another dunk. Timeout, Cavaliers. Scotty Barnes is off to a roaring start. Before this loud Scotiabank Arena crowd. 8-3, Raptors by 5. 8:36 to go first quarter. Timeout, Cavs. Timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool & Cutter. Cleveland Tool & Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool & Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool & Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
Toyota gives you the power of choice with the stylishly affordable Toyota Corolla. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla or Corolla Hybrid. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross models. Or lease a new gas-powered Corolla LE for $209 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours. Building homes, businesses, and communities together. Bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
To a good start. Raptors leading the Cavaliers 8-3. 36 to go first quarter here at Rocket Arena. Unfortunately for the Cavaliers, a lot of these numbers look like Thursday night. We picked up where we left off. Cavaliers already with 3 turnovers in the ball game, and Cavaliers have surrendered all 8 of Toronto's points in the paint. And that certainly was the issue on Thursday night against the Raptors. 8:36 to go, first quarter. We're here in Toronto. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters, on-site engineer Paul Gatt, who was kind enough to bring me my coffee, a double-double, as they call it here in Canada. So Paul Gatt, one of the best in the business. Always great to work with Paul Gatt. As the Cavaliers return their original starting 5 to the floor. Hey, enter the Defend the Land sweepstakes. It's presented by Adidas for your chance to win playoff tickets and Adidas footwear. One winner will be selected before each Cavs home playoff game. Enter daily at Cavs.com/playoffs. Cavs with the basketball off the timeout. We'll check in with Serena when we have a moment. As Donovan Mitchell crosses the half-court line. Mitchell, left wing. 3 ball is up, around the rim and out. Tipped up by Allen. No, Jarrett got it back in traffic, and he got it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, and it went off Jarrett's leg. Well, Allen had a couple of cracks at it right at the rim and couldn't convert. So Toronto with that 8-3 lead with the ball. Barnes feeds left corner. Jacoby Walters 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Mobley. That was a strong rebound by Evan Mobley for the Cavaliers. Down the floor to Harden. Harden left to the key, left to the lane, into the paint, turns, shoots, hits, and he got knocked down. James Harden with a chance for an and one. So Serena, as James heads to the free throw line, let's check in with you down below. What did you have?
Yes, and there was no panic in that last huddle. Kenny Atkins said, look, the half-court defense has been great, but the big thing is know who you are closing out to. And then offensively, as we can see here, Tim, it's been pretty clear that the Raptors have been attacking and swarming the Cavaliers' dribble, so they've got to get out of that quickly as James Harden misses that free throw.
So Harden missed the free throw, and then Barnes grabbing the rebound. Got knocked down by Evan Mobley, so the foul will be on Evan Mobley. First on Evan. So it's an 8-5 Raptors lead. 8:01 to go, first quarter here in Toronto. Barnes bringing it up against Dean Wade. Serena pointed that out during the pregame. Cavs have made the switch, putting Wade on Barnes. Right to the key, Ingram, left wing Barnes. 3 ball up, no. Rebound grab by Donovan Mitchell. Barnes has been scorching from downtown so far in the playoffs, but missed that one. Here's Wade in the left corner. Dean, right side to Mobley. Evan, 3 ball. Too strong. Rebound grab by Walter. Feeds it down the floor to R.J. Barrett. Barrett into the lane, trying to push off Mobley, and lost the ball in the process. Wade scooped it up. Gives it to Donovan Mitchell. 7:15 left to go in the first. Mitchell bounced on the baseline to Mobley. Fires out front to Harden. James in the lane. Right wing Wade. Wade thought about a 3. Feeds left corner to Mobley. Another 3 ball. That one's in and out. Rebound. Allen tapped it out front, but it ended up with Jacoby Walter. Gave it to Barnes in the middle, and then Allen took it away. Down the floor to Harden. Harden bounced to Mobley. Pow with 2 hands. Jarrett Allen with arms like snakes knocked that ball away, and Mobley ends up with the bucket, and the Cavaliers are within 1 at 8-7. That was a nice defensive play by Jarrett Allen to get the Cavs off and running. Right wing, Barrett 3, no. Rebound, Jarrett Allen, quickly to Harden. Cavs down 1 with the ball. Harden up the left side, works his way top of the three-point arc. Right wing Wade, 3 ball Dean, no. Cavaliers cold from downtown. Toronto not doing much better. They're 0 of 5. Cavaliers 1 of 6 at the free throw line. Jumper put up by Ingram, no good, but the offensive rebound goes to Barrett. Flips it up with the left hand, and RJ rolled it in. Barrett coming off a 33-point game on Thursday. Raptors by 3, 10-7. Harden, right wing to Wade, quickly back to James Harden. Harden with the ball on his right knee. Harden changing hands, bounce right side to Wade. Wade into the paint, hits the brakes, looking up with the left hand, and good as he rolled it in. Boy, a patient Dean Wade right there His first 2 points of the ball game gets the Cavs back to within one. At the other end, Walter with a three that missed. Long rebound right back to Walter. Fires left wing to Ingram. Ingram stops. 3 ball. That one missed. Rebound Jared Allen on the handoff to Donovan Mitchell. 5:20 to go in the quarter. Cavs down 1 with the ball. Mitchell out front. Stops. 3. Bullseye! What a move by Donovan Mitchell. Looked like he was doing yoga out there. Spread his legs far and wide and then gathered himself, hit the 3. Cavs up 2. Toronto timeout. 12-10. Cavs lead it. 5:15 to go first quarter in Toronto. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tie game! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Smell rotten eggs, hear a hissing sound, or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
Barnes feeds left corner. Jacoby Walters 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Mobley. That was a strong rebound by Evan Mobley for the Cavaliers. Down the floor to Harden. Harden left to the key, left to the lane, into the paint. Turner shoots, hits, and he got knocked down. James Harden with a chance for an and one. Wade thought about a 3. Feeds left corner to Mobley. Another 3 ball. That one's in and out. Rebound. Allen tapped it out front, but it ended up with Jacoby Walter. Gave it to Barnes in the middle, and then Allen took it away. Down the floor to Harden. Harden bounced to Mobley. Pow, with 2 hands. Very active Jared Allen so far. 5 rebounds and that steal. Cavaliers with a 12-10 lead over Toronto. 5:15 to go first quarter here at Scotiabank Arena. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters. In fact, let's check in with Serena down below.
Well, Tim, in Game 3, we saw a lot of the Raptors swarming the ball right and then just living in the paint, crowding the paint, and the Cavs were then forced to make some bad decisions out of there. How do you balance that? You had better spacing, and I think the last few minutes we've seen them space the floor. The Cavaliers space the floor much better and get much more open opportunities.
Both teams have gone to the bench. Jalen Tyson along with Max Strus now in the game for the Cavaliers. They each had strong efforts on Thursday night. Strus with 15, Tyson with 13. Here's Jacoby Walter, left side for Toronto. Shot clock is winding down, and he had to throw it up, and it's nothing but an air ball for Walter. So the Cavs right now going with James Harden, along with Max Strus, Jalen Tyson, Dean Wade, and Jared Allen. As Toronto has brought Colin Murray-Boyles, the rookie, into the ball game, and Jamal Shed. Cavs with the ball, up 2. Harden, baseline right. Harden, back to the basket. Hart backing down, got it knocked away. Another turnover by James Harden. Here comes Toronto to the other end. Right down the lane, Ingram all the way to the bucket, but he blew the layup. Rebound grabbed by Strus. Gives it off to Harden. Harden up the right wing. Harden top of the key. Left wing, Max Strus. Strus on the left-hand dribble, right wing to Tyson. Tyson into the paint, gets contact. Put it up, no, and the ball simply goes out of bounds off Jalen Tyson. As Sandro Mamukelashvili will check in. Boy, tell you what, that Cavalier bench immediately telling Kenny Atkinson, challenge that right there. You think Jalen Tyson got whacked when he went up with that shot. So the Cavaliers are indeed going to call for a challenge. 4:12 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Timeout, Cleveland. Coach's challenge. They're challenging the out-of-bounds call on the floor.
That's John Goebel, our crew chief, down below us, letting everybody know that they're going to check in with the folks in Secaucus in the replay center in Secaucus this afternoon. Courtney Kirkland and John Butler. Well, the texts have been pouring in to Curdy back in Cleveland along with Marty Allen, so we'll get to as many of them as we can. My goodness, there's a lot of them out there. Tom the Trucker has checked in with us today, and Chris, also a trucker, as he hauls boats. Yes, he's a boat hauler down in Florida. We've got our trucker Mike in Wyoming. Well, the truckers are out today. Nitro, the mailman in Colorado. Nitro not carrying the satchel today. No satchel for Nitro. Mailmen have Sunday off, but he is playing some discus golf, so that's a very cool thing. We've got Yank in Orange, New Jersey. Yank, Orange, you glad you're listening? Come on. Couldn't resist that one. Eric in Long Beach. Casey and Karina in Orlando. Rick down in Florida. As again, we encourage you to text in 216-440-9566. 216-440-9566. I want to go back down to Serena. Serena, we mentioned Strus and Tyson had nice games off the bench on Thursday for the Cavaliers, and certainly that bench production is something that's critical for the Cavaliers, not only this afternoon, but moving forward in this series.
Yeah, I think it's a great point, Tim. I think it's huge, and I think that Kenny Atkinson said it great before the game. He said that Jalen Tyson really broke through that mental barrier in Game 3. Sometimes you just need a playoff game where you can really play freely, and that's the first game that we have seen Jalen Tyson have. Because, look, the Cavs are going to need him. They're going to need role players, especially when, you have games where the Raptors are shutting down your two best players on the floor. That's where the role players have to come in, play freely, not just stand out in the corner and wait for the ball, right? But make those great basketball decisions when you know that your two best players on the floor are in some ways being taken out of the game. When they're putting two on the ball, that means Tyson's open.
The Cavaliers will await the verdict from Secaucus, and now John Goebel.
After review, Walter makes illegal contact with Tyson's right forearm prior to the block shot. Therefore, the on-court ruling has been overturned from an out-of-bounds to a foul proximate to the play. Tyson will shoot 2 free throws. The challenge is successful. Cleveland will get their timeout back.
Yeah, that Cavalier group of assistant coaches sitting directly behind the bench all rose in unison. It was like they were a church choir and told Kenny, challenge that. So here's Jalen Tyson at the free throw line shooting 2. 12-10. Cavs up by 2 with 4:12 to go here in the first quarter of play. As Tyson missed the first. By the way, James Harden earlier in the quarter had the assist on the bucket for the Cavaliers, and James Harden has now passed Tony Parker. Well, you talk about an all-time great. For 6th all-time in playoff assist. He now has 1,144. Good stuff from Sam in our PR department sitting right next to us. Not good stuff for Tyson at the free throw line. He missed them both. So it's still a 12-10 Cavalier lead. Dennis Schroeder now in for the Cavaliers. Shed, left wing 3, missed it. Rebound Mobley. Cavaliers with the basketball, up by 2. Here's Dennis Schroeder on the left sideline. Schroeder feeds Mobley down low. Evan into the paint. Lost it. Grabbed by Strus. Flipped it up. No, but he got fouled. Well, again, Toronto swiping away at that basketball, and they almost created another turnover right there, but the alert play by Max Strus as he picked up that bouncing basketball, got fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line shooting 2. You know, the Cavs teamed up with Trusted Sec to support Greater Cleveland Food Bank's 2026 Harvest for Hunger campaign. Support the Cavs food drive by donating directly. Go to Cavs.com/food drive. Well, now Max Strus has missed a free throw. So Harden missed 1. Tyson missed 2. Let's see what Max can do here. Swishes the second. So Strus splits the pair. He's now 6 of 8 from the line in this series. 13-10. Cavs by 3 with 3.5 to go. Into the paint, Murray Boyles got it! Blocked out of bounds by Evan Mobley. Holy Mobley! Evan got up and swatted that one out. It'll be Toronto basketball with 12 on the shot clock and 3:30 to go here in the first period. Shed looking, lob right side. Got it into Murray Boyles on the handoff. Barnes in the paint, shoots, short, rebound Mobley. The Cavaliers forcing Toronto into one and dones. Here's Donovan Mitchell on the right sideline. Cavs by 3 with the ball, 3:10 to go. Mitchell, straightaway 3, no, rebound grab by Mamu. Feeds it to Shed, ahead to Barnes. Barnes left in the lane against Schroeder, gave it on the baseline to Murray Boyles. He'll toss it to Barnes, right back to Murray Boyles, and then Mitchell took it away. Ball bounced out of bounds, and it went off Donovan Mitchell. Cavs were that close to having a turnover and a breakout. Here comes Jamison Battle in for Toronto, and we all know what he did Thursday night. Had 14 points in the fourth quarter of play, including 4 3-balls. He did significant damage as Barnes' inbounds attempt is poked away and out of bounds. Hey, the 2026 Cavs playoff collection is available at center court locations and online. Fans score free shipping on online orders over $50. Get your playoff gear at Cavs.com/shop. As on the inbounds, ball got knocked out of bounds, and now it's stuck up above the backboard below the shot clock. Knocked in by one of the folks here with Toronto. Had to use the big mop. Now at my house, Paul Gatt, that's how I get the spider webs in the corner. Right? You use the long mop, use the handle. Cavalier basketball, 13-10. Here you use it to get a basketball that's been wedged up there. Donovan Mitchell on the left side against Barnes. Mitchell lob out front to Tyson. Tyson dribbling, bounce right wing to Schroeder. Dennis with a 3-ball, may have been partially deflected, ball loose on the floor, and out of there with it comes Mamu for Toronto. Feeds it head to Barnes. He's got a head of steam, bangs into Mobley, banks and scores as it rattled around a few times. Scotty Barnes now with 8. And the Raptors are within 1. It's 13-12. Here's Schroeder in the center circle. 2:08 to go, first quarter of play. Cavs up by 1. Schroeder backs up. Schroeder against Barnes. Schroeder feeds it right wing to Tyson. 3 on the clock. He's got to let it fly. In and out on a 3-ball. Rebound grab by Scotty Barnes. Barnes to the other end. Bangs into Mobley. Barnes left corner. Battle. 3. That's an air ball. And that's a little more like it. Rebound grab by Donovan Mitchell. Ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder fires on the left side to Tyson. Tyson on the right-hand dribble. Hands it off to Schroeder in the center circle. 10 on the shot clock. 13-12. Here's Schroeder. Left of the lane. Schroeder drives. Flipped it up and in with the left hand. So Dennis Schroeder has had games of 2, 5, and 3 in this postseason. Gives the Cavs a 15-12 lead. Neither team has been an offensive juggernaut here in the first quarter, to say the least. And now the pass from Barnes deflected. Out of there with it, Schroeder. Left side, Mitchell weaves his way and then got it blocked out of bounds by Barnes. Donovan Mitchell looking at crew chief John Goble to say, well, I got knocked down. Cavaliers are 6 of 20 from the field, 2 of 10 from downtown. Toronto 6 of 24, 0 of 10 on 3-ball attempts. Boy, Donovan Mitchell with a lazy inbounds pass, and it got picked off by Mamu. The Cavs with another turnover. Toronto to the other end with under a minute to go in the quarter. Barnes right of the lane. Got it out front. Mamu's three. No. Rebound grabbed by Strus. Coming into the game, Toronto in the first 3 games had shot 45% from downtown in the first 3. Not happening this afternoon. Cavs by 3 with the ball. Schroeder left of the lane. Hands to Mobley. Hooks. Missed. Rebound Mamu. Toronto can't run it all the way out. About a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the first quarter clock. Cavaliers by 3. Barnes on the slow dribble in the center circle against Strus. Barnes now draws Schroeder on a switch. Barnes fires down low, and there's a dunk from Murray Boyles. Nice pass from Scotty Barnes. And it's a 15-14 Cavalier lead. They can run it all the way out with 9.8 to go here in the first. Mitchell at the half-court line. Mitchell knocks down Jamison Battle. Mitchell, 2 on the clock. Right side Tyson. Tyson flips it, banks it in! Count that bucket! Dyson, as the buzzer was sounding, flipped it, banked it, nailed it. 17-14, Cavs by 3 at the end of 1 here at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, known as LECOM, is a proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. LECOM, the nation's largest and most applied-to medical school, is just 90 minutes from Cleveland and trains the next generation of doctors, dentists, pharmacists, and podiatrists. At LECOM, we expand the boundaries of medical knowledge, challenging our students and preparing them to realize their potential. Visit lecom.edu to learn more. At LECOM, we make dreams a reality. We make doctors.
Protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your community is more important than ever. And with immunizations at Discount Drug Mart, they're as quick and easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, fill out a short, simple form. You can even do it online. Step 2, stop in and see your friendly pharmacist at your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy for flu, shingles, and many other vaccines. You can be in and out quickly and safely. Step 3, you're out the door and heading back home. Simple as that. Discount Drug Mart is your immunization destination.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mobley left to the key. Mobley against Pirtle. Mobley out front. Harden. Clean 3. Got it. James Harden hits the 3 ball. Mitchell out front. Stops. 3. Bullseye. What a move by Donovan Mitchell. Looked like he was doing yoga out there. Spread his legs far and wide and then gathered himself, hit the 3. Cavs up 2. Toronto timeout. Right now, the Cavs are up 3, 17-14. As we head to the second quarter here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Tim Elthorn along with Serena Winters, on-site engineer Paul Gatt, and again, Kurt McLaughlin. I think he's developing blisters on his fingers reading all the texts that have come in. My goodness, I'm trying to keep track of them here in Scotiabank Arena. We've got Tommy out in Vegas. Tommy, good to have you listening in Vegas. Got a listener in Puerto Rico, didn't give the name. Ken and Jeannie in South Carolina. We've got Janet, who hails from Smithville, but she's listening in Hong Kong. That's pretty cool. Got a listener also not giving the name in Vegas. So, again, thank you so much for dialing in. As we start the second quarter, Mitchell got his shot blocked at the rim. And out of there with it come the Raptors. Raptors going right to left. Left wing, wide open. Walters three. No. Toronto still has yet to hit a three ball. They're now 0 of 12. Here's Schroeder at the other end. Drives by Battle and heads to the rim and scores. Boy, Dennis Schroeder on the move. Makes it 19-14 Cavaliers. It was not a thing of beauty in that first quarter. The two teams were a combined 14 of 48 from the field. And now Pirtle with a hook shot that missed. Rebound Jalen Tyson. Ahead to Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, the veteran acquired at the trade deadline. Waited for Tyson to catch up. Not sure why Jalen had just stopped in the backcourt. Now Sam Merrill, who's checked in, heads into the paint. Merrill feeds to Mobley. Mobley left of the lane. Turns, fade away. No. Rebound grab by the Raptors. Again, neither team shooting it well. R.J. Barrett grabbed that rebound all the way to the other end. Flip, miss, tip, no. Rebound Pirtle, though, got it out front. Three ball Barnes. That's a brick. Rebound grab by Dennis Schroeder. My goodness. That shot was closer to Montreal than it was the backboard. Schroeder drives and scores. How about Schroeder? Aggressively taking it to the hoop 3 times this afternoon. Got 6. That's his high in the series. As Barnes went to the lane, got muscled by Mobley, and the foul will be called on Evan Mobley. Cavaliers with their biggest lead. They're up 21-14, 10-16 to go here in the first half of play. Barnes at the line. Let's go courtside with Serena.
Well, Tim, you talked about Dennis Schroeder. He only played 5 minutes in Game 3. And Kenny Atkinson talked about what they asked for him is simple. It's full court pressure, then be a downhill attacker. We are seeing him attack downhill on the offensive end. And Kenny Atkinson also went out of his way to say any minutes changes weren't about Schroeder's play, but about combinations and size. We're seeing how he can be effective most in this game as he's getting downhill either for himself or looking open for kickouts.
Scotty Barnes hits that first free throw. Barnes basically single-handedly keeping Toronto somewhat close. Barnes now has 9. Ingram has 2. Barrett has 2. Colin Murray-Boyles has 2. And Barnes missed that second free throw. 21-15. Cavaliers by 6. 10:05 to go, second quarter here in Toronto. Cavs looking to go up 3-1 in the series. Chance to close out Wednesday at home. Schroeder left of the lane, flip it up and in. Dennis Schroeder making a big impact as he's got 8 off the bench. The Cavaliers have an 8-point lead. Mamu tried to throw it down low, whistle and a foul, as they'll get that one on Sam Merrill out front. Boy, how about this small lineup for the Cavaliers? You've got Schroeder along with Merrill, Mitchell, Tyson, and Mobley. Cavaliers with an 8-point lead, 23-15. Toronto with the basketball. Straightaway 3-ball. Walter, there's another miss. Rebound tapped around a couple of times. Out of there with it comes Schroeder. Schroeder's cross-court pass stolen by Mamu. Got it left in the lane to Barnes. Banks missed. He got it back. Bank, no, but he got fouled. My goodness. There is a lid on that basket for Toronto. I mean, there's cool shooting, and then there's brutal shooting. Toronto, 7 of 34 from the field, 0 of 14 from beyond the arc. As Scotty Barnes goes back to the free throw line and hits the first free throw. You know, the Cavs teamed up with The Realist to give fans the chance to own a piece of the game. Game-worn jerseys, game-used basketballs, and more. Authenticated items will be available throughout the playoffs. So visit therealist.com/Cavs. Schroeder sits down. Boy, those were some good minutes for Dennis Schroeder. 8 points, 3 rebounds. Second free throw, no good from Barnes. So for the second straight trip, he splits a pair. Cavs by 7, 23-16, 9:20 to go in the half. Keon Ellis seeing his first action. Flips it out front to Harden, who's back in the ball game. Harden, double team, got it out front. Ellis, Keon, 3, no, rebound. Mobley, right corner Merrill. Sam, 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound deflects to Barnes. Barnes feeds it ahead on the right side to Jacoby Walter. Walter at the half-court line to R.J. Barrett. Barrett out front against Harden. Barrett behind his back on the dribble. Barrett, run of the lane. Banks, missed. Rebound, loose on the floor. And Mamu able to corral it. Feeds it left side to Barnes. Barnes against Mitchell. Barnes back out front to Walter. Swings it in the right corner to Barrett. His 3 is good. And I'm sure if you're a Raptor fan, you're saying it's about time after going 0 of 14. Toronto gets their first 3 to make it 23-19. Cavs by 4, 8:15 to go in the half. Donovan into the paint. He got it blocked. Ellis grabbed the ball, though. Keon flips it to Harden. 6 on the clock. Harden into the paint. He'll flip. He'll score. James Harden taking it right to the rim. Makes it 25-19. Harden now with 7 in the ball game. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Barrett goes right by Harden. Barrett into the paint. Out front to Mamu. His pass deflected. Rolls all the way to the backcourt and out of bounds. Sam Merrill deflected it. Tried to track it down. Wasn't quite able to get there. But that will allow Jared Allen to check back in for the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley will sit down. Evan with 2 points, 4 rebounds, and a block shot. Cavaliers with Keon Ellis, Sam Merrill, James Harden, Dean Wade, and Jared Allen. And now we'll have a discussion at the scorer's table as Darko Rajakovic wants to get Brandon Ingram in the game, and he does. A few more texts that we want to acknowledge. We've got Patrick listening down in St. Pete's, Florida. We've got Alyssa at the Westlake Public Library. I didn't know you could have it on at the library. Here's Ingram in the lane. Floats, missed, and Allen tipped it to Keon Ellis. Ellis up the right side. Ellis looking, fires to Harden in between the circles. Harden looks low. It's not there for Jared Allen. Harden with 10 on the shot clock. Had it poked out of his hands. Harden got it back at the half-court line, and then he just tumbles back into the backcourt. He's saying he got hit, and instead it's an over and back, and that's another turnover for James Harden. And for the Cavaliers, it gives it back to the Raptors with 7:22 to go in the first half. And don't forget at the half, Mike Snyder with your McDonald's halftime report. I think Brad Sellers will be there as well. In fact, we had a texter from Warrensville Heights saying they grew up with Brad Sellers. They didn't give their name, so Brad, someone in Warrensville Heights texted in and said they grew up with you. Here's Shed, top of the key, right of the lane, feeds in the lane. Murray Boyles banks and scores. He's had 3 terrific games here in the postseason. 14, 17, and 22 against the Cavs. Merrill, right wing 3. There's one for Sam. Sam Merrill, that's only his 4th 3-ball in the series, but it puts the Cavs up 28-21, his first points today. Barrett, baseline left, tough shot, missed it, and the rebound went out of bounds off Jared Allen. We'll stay with the Raptors, and we'll have a timeout on the floor. 6:39 to go. First half, 28-21, in what has become a barroom brawl here at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Cleveland. Rocket Arena, Friday, November 13th, with special guests Dove Cameron and Hannah Jadagu. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
playoff basketball, you got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Cavs fans, when the Cavs win, so do you. For 24 hours after every Cavs victory, you score $5 off all major order food at any Get Go Market and Cafe, plus 250 bonus Cavs rewards points to use towards awesome prizes like Cavs merch, tickets, and exclusive experiences. Just log into the Cavs app and select the rewards tab and click on the Get Go offer. Not a member yet? It's free and easy to join at Cavs.com/rewards or in the Cavs app. Join Cavs Rewards now and taste the victory with Get Go Market and Cafe.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Into the paint, Murray Boyles got it! Blocked out of bounds by Evan Mobley. Holy moly! Evan got up and swatted that one out. Evan Mobley with one of two Cavalier block shots this afternoon. Dennis Schroeder has the other. And of course, for every block made by a Cavalier, KeyBank donates $25 to the Cavaliers Community Foundation. Cavs by 7, 28-21, 6:39 to go here in the first half of play. Yes, that's 28-21 with 6:39 to go in the second quarter. Boy, both teams just ice cold to start things off. Cavs 12 of 32, 3 of 13 beyond the arc. Toronto 9 of 39, 1 of 15 behind the arc. Serena, I don't know if anything said in the huddle can heat up the shooting. As we head to Serena Winters down below.
I'm with you, Tim. A lot of that huddle was just talk about better spacing. But, you know, it was good to at least see Sam Merrill finally get one to go in, right? He's definitely been playing through the finger, the hand issues. But I love what Kenny Atkinson said before this game. He says, look, even with that, he still loves how he's playing because he's never makes a mistake defensively. That is super rare. He thinks he's going to have a big game here in the series.
High basketball IQ. Scotty Barnes with a jumper that missed from the free throw line. Rebound, Jared Allen. Cavs by 7, 6.5 to go here in the first half of play. Hart between his legs on the dribble. Left wing Sam, 3. That one has a big bounce off the back of the rim. No good. A rebound grab by Murray Boyles. Beats it down the floor to Brandon Ingram. Boy, he just can't get on track in this series. In the lane, banks it, missed it. Rebound Barnes up with the left hand. No. Rebound Barrett. No. And R.J. Barrett got fouled. So R.J. Barrett heads to the free throw line, shooting 2. Again, Game 5, Wednesday night at Rocket Arena. Time to be determined. So we'll wait on the official word from the NBA. Time to be determined on Wednesday night. As the first free throw missed by Barrett before he tosses that second one up there. Let's pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Boy, Barnes missed them both. So the Cavs still with a 7-point lead. It's 28-21, halfway through quarter number 2. Harden, nice bounce pass to Ellis. Left wing Merrill, out front Wade. Tosses it right back to Harden. Toronto closed out well. Harden, right corner to Wade. Wade with 6 on the shot clock. Wade in front of that Raptor bench. Wade with 3 on the clock. Back to the basket. Turns, shoots. Good! Dean Wade. I'm not sure we've ever seen the turnaround 3-ball from Dean, but we'll take it right there. And the Cavaliers are up by 9 at 30-21. Right in the lane, banking, scoring, and fouled is Murray Boyles. Jared Allen tried to deliver the contact. He did, but Murray Boyles was able to convert anyway, and a chance for an and one for Colin Murray-Boyles. Again, this impressive rookie out of South Carolina, 9th pick in the draft. During the regular season, averaged 8.5 points, 5 rebounds per game. But he's had a 14-4, 17-7, and 22-8 against the Cavs as the left-hander swishes that free throw. And it's now a 30-24 ball game. Cavs with the ball, going left to right, heading towards the Raptor bench. And now out front, we're going to get an offensive foul called on James Harden. As James Harden, running down the floor, just ran into a Raptor defender. And Harden is called with the personal. And now Kenny Atkinson having a chat with Curtis Blair. Or excuse me, Ray Acosta. That's Ray Acosta that he's chatting with right in front of the Cavalier bench. Well, the Raptors down 6 with the ball. Here's Scotty Barnes. Barnes with 10. Barnes, front of the lane, driving, blocked at the rim by Allen. Oh, what a rejection by Jarrett. Out front, Merrill, right wing Wade, gave it back to Sam. Sam tries to drive, and the ball got knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Well, you think back to that monster block that Jarrett had on Thursday night, which was originally called a foul, got overturned by replay, clean block, and it was a beauty. Boy, that one there measured up to the one on Thursday. Inbounds Merrill, right wing 3. Nope. Rebound grab by Murray-Boyles. Murray-Boyles at the other end with a monster dunk on the beautiful long pass. And that'll make it a 30-26 ball game, and the Cavs take time. 4:59 to go here in the first half of play. Cavaliers by 4, 30-26. They lead the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Toyota gives you the power of choice with more electrified hybrid choices, including the best-selling built-in the USA Camry. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 26 Camry. Or lease a new well-equipped Camry LE for just $289 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool & Cutter. Cleveland Tool & Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool & Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool & Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
To go first half. Cavaliers with a 4-point lead on Toronto, 30-26. Cavaliers come into today with a 2-1 edge in this series. Looking to send it back to Cleveland and a chance to wrap it up on Wednesday night. We mentioned earlier, this is the first of 4 NBA games today. Coming up later this afternoon, San Antonio at Portland with the Spurs up 2-1 in that series. Tonight at 7, Boston in Philly, as the Celtics have taken a 2-1 lead in that series. And then Houston will host Los Angeles in the late game with the Lakers looking for the sweep after the incredible, epic meltdown by the Houston Rockets in Game 3. 6-point lead and the ball with under 30 seconds to go. And the Lakers come back and win it. LeBron James with a huge 3-ball to tie it. He actually had a 3-ball rattle in and out that would have won it at the buzzer. But the Lakers did win it in OT, so looking for the sweep tonight. Here, the Cavs looking for the third win in the series as Schroeder got it to Harden. Toronto fans have something against Harden. Every time he touches the ball, you hear a chorus of boos. And now Murray Boyles is holding on to Jared Allen. Foul is on the rookie, Murray Boyles. That'll be his first. And for the Raptors, that's their first team foul. The Cavs are already over the limit with 5. It'll be Schroeder over on the far side to inbound. So it's Schroeder, Harden, along with Strus, Wade, and Allen. Schroeder looking, lobs it at the half-court line to James Harden. There's those boos for Harden. Harden out front against Barnes. Harden left of the lane, down the lane, off the glass, good, and he got fouled. Boy, the wily veteran was able to motor by Scotty Barnes, took it to the rim, and he's got a chance for an and one. James Harden now with a 9-point game. And Harden looking to bounce back from that tough game Thursday in which he turned it over 8 times. Harden line right, 0 of 1 from the line. And as he had a chance for a 3-point play earlier. Couldn't convert, but this time he does. So Harden with the 3-point play. Cavaliers by 7 at 33-26. 4.5 to go here in the first half of play. Raptors with the basketball. Wade with the deflection, but out of there with it came Murray Boyles. Well, that ball went way up in the air. Hands it off to Walter. His 3. No. Rebound grab by Schroeder. Cavs with the ball. Schroeder up the left sideline. Schroeder against Ingram. Schroeder straddling that 3-point arc between his legs on the dribble. Heads to the baseline underneath the basket. Weaves his way right to the key. Comes all the way out front. Sets 3. That's way off. Rebound grab by Scotty Barnes. The 3-ball shooting today has been atrocious for both teams. Just no way to sugarcoat that. Here's Ingram. Lob left side to Barnes in the corner to Shed. His 3. No. Rebound Harden. 3:45 to go in the half. Here's James Harden. Base of the center circle. Harden against Walter. Harden left of the lane. Banks. No. But Allen knocked it out front to Strus. Right wing to Wade. Wade had his pass deflected. Grabbed by Harden in front of the Raptor bench. Tried to behind the back pass to Strus, and it's picked off by Murray Boyles. Toronto on the run at the other end. Barnes drives. No. Rebound. Barnes saves it in. Shed. Open 3. No. Rebound Ingram. Right side to Murray Boyles. Fakes the pass. Run in the lane. Bangs into Schroeder. And an offensive foul will be called. Great job by Dennis Schroeder. Boy, he stood there like a pine tree and just got barreled over by Murray Boyles. As Dean Wade will check out, Donovan Mitchell back in. Boy, points hard to come by. A 7-point lead seems like 17. 3:14 to go in the half. Cavs up 33-26. Doesn't matter how many you get, as long as you have one more than the other team at the end. Here's Mitchell. Donovan, lob right side to Mobley, hands it right back to Mitchell. His pass stolen away by Toronto. And now at the other end, the Raptors turn it over as Barrett loses it off his leg out of bounds. Wow. Under 3 to go. Cavs still with that 7-point lead, 33-26. Here's James Harden, base of the center circle. Harden between his legs on the dribble. Harden steps back, 3-ball, that missed. Rebound grab by Toronto. Here comes Brandon Ingram up the left side. Ingram against Strus. Ingram at the foul line. He'll unload and hit. That's a guy you don't want to see get going for Toronto. Cavaliers have held him in check through 3.5 games. 33-28. Cavaliers by 5. Mitchell, straightaway 3. Bullseye! Donovan Mitchell hit it from the Rogers Center. He was way out there. 36-28. Cavs back to an 8-point advantage with 2:05 to go in the half. Barrett into the lane. High arcing shot that missed. Rebound Jalen Tyson will flip it to Strus. Strus on the handoff to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell on the left sideline. Mitchell baseline left. Pulls up. Jumper around the rim and out. Rebound grabbed by Murray Boyles. Hands it off to Ingram. Ingram got by Strus. Ingram into the lane. Runs into Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell falling down, already signaling the bench to challenge the call. I mean, it is just now ingrained in every NBA player to make that challenge signal with the twirling of the fingers. As Brandon Ingram will shoot 2. Let's have a look at our Discount Drug Mart first half assist numbers. Discount Drug Mart, your one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. For Toronto, 8 assists in the first half. Jacoby Walter and Jamal Shed each with 3. Cavaliers, 6 assists. 6 assists in the first half. A couple of guys with 2. Those are your Discount Drug Mart first half assist numbers. Brought to you by Discount Drug Mart. Ingram hit them both, 36-30. Raptors back to within 6. A minute and a half to go here in the first half of play. Here's Mobley out front. Mobley gives it off to Mitchell. Donovan swings it right wing to Tyson. Hands it right back to Mitchell. 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the clock. Mitchell threw it down low. Ball deflects off the backboard. Out of there with it, Scotty Barnes feeds Ingram. Right wing 3, good. I just mentioned you don't want to see Brandon Ingram start to heat up. He's got 7 points here in the second quarter, and that 3 ball gets the towels waving, and it gets the Raptors back to within 3. Tyson in the lane off a feed from Harden, couldn't convert on the layup. Here comes Toronto with under a minute to go here in the half. Ingram left to the key, hands it off. Murray Boyles against Mobley, misses on the bank shot. Tremendous defense there from Evan Mobley. Tyson to the other end. Tyson into the paint, feeds on the baseline to Strus. Left wing Mitchell, 3, hung on the rim, fell off. Rebound Strus. Strus in the lane, Mobley had it knocked out of his hands by Barnes. No foul call. To the other end, Barrett. Barrett shoves off Tyson, banks and scores, and the Raptors are within 1. Boy, a late surge by Toronto to close out the second quarter has put this crowd into a frenzy. And the Cavaliers' lead is down to 1. 36-35, 20 seconds to go in the half. Cavs cannot run it out, but there's only a second differential. Here's Harden at the half-court line. 10 on the shot clock. Harden with contact. Harden into the lane, threw it up, missed it. Rebound Murray Boyles. Gets it ahead to Barrett. Barrett with 5 on the clock. Barrett, left wing, Ingram fakes the 3, shoots the 3, hits the 3. Brandon Ingram has found it. He hits the 3 ball to close out the half as the Toronto crowd has erupted. And the Raptors have taken a 2-point lead into the intermission. 38-36, Brandon Ingram with 10 points late in the second quarter, including a couple of 3 balls. Well, Mike Snyder, that is not what the doctor ordered for the Cavaliers. They were winning. It was ugly, but they were winning. But all of a sudden, the Raptors, behind a hot Brandon Ingram, have the momentum as the 2 teams head to the locker room.
They sure do. A 10-0 run, Tim, to close out that quarter, as now what you did not want to see happen has just happened. Brandon Ingram found himself in that last minute, and boy, the Cavs had opportunities galore there to add to their lead, and they couldn't finish a single one of them in that final minute plus. Well, it is time for the McDonald's halftime report. Coming up, we'll get Brad Seller's thoughts on what just happened, and hey, we still got a half of a game to go, and it's really been a case of neither team shooting it well at all. In fact, it's been awful, the combined shooting thus far. We'll get Brad's thoughts, plus we'll check out all the other NBA news and action of the day, all coming up on the McDonald's halftime report. At the half in Toronto, it's the Raptors 38, the Cavs 36. We're back with the McDonald's halftime report after this timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
5 Seconds of Summer are back. See them live in concert in Cleveland. 5 Seconds of Summer, Everyone's a Star World Tour. Playing songs off their new album, including Not Okay. Live at Rocket Arena June 9th. Plus special guest. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. 5 Seconds of Summer, the brand new album Everyone's a Star, is available everywhere now. For more, visit 5sauce.com.
Cavs fans, when the Cavs win, so do you. For 24 hours after every Cavs victory, you score $5 off all major order food at any Get Go Market and Cafe, plus 250 bonus Cavs rewards points to use towards awesome prizes like Cavs merch, tickets, and exclusive experiences. Just log into the Cavs app and select the rewards tab and click on the Get Go offer. Not a member yet? It's free and easy to join at Cavs.com/rewards or in the Cavs app. Join Cavs Rewards now and taste the victory with Get Go Market and Cafe.
Hey Cavs fans, basketball is back and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains April 24th through the 27th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Quick bites, highlights, and everything you need before the second half tips. This is the McDonald's Halftime Report. Here's Mike Snyder.
It is halftime of Game 4 in Toronto, and the Raptors, with a late surge in the second quarter, have seized a 2-point halftime lead at 38-36. And this has really been a case of two teams. You got to give some defense credit, but really both teams just missing wide open shots throughout the entire first half, and that's why we have this 38-36 score. The Cavs shooting 33% from the field, Raptors at 28%. Cavs are 4 of 19 in threes. The Raptors are 3 of 20. The Raptors 5 of 9 at the line, Cavs 2 of 6. Rebound, well, the Raptors getting the edge of it, 35-33. Turnovers, again, a problem for the Cavs, 11, particularly for James Harden, who has 6. Donovan Mitchell has 3. And the Cavaliers find themselves down 2, and an ominous finish with Brandon Ingram finding his shot in the last minute. And that's something the Cavs are going to have to be very wary of going into the second half. Mike Snyder, glad to have you with us in Cavs Studio Control. And as he always joins me throughout the playoffs, Brad Sellers right next to me here. Brad, that was a very stunning closeout to that second quarter, and the Cavaliers find themselves down 2.
Well, luckily that Toronto's not hitting shots, because if they were hitting shots, there'd be a bigger gap for sure. But, we're still in the game here, but we've got to be able to do things totally different in the second half. First of all, guys have to hit shots. I mean, not James Harden and just Donovan Mitchell, but guys that they feed off of it, because if you can see what's happening, Mike, they're slumping off those guys and doubling Harden and Mitchell anytime they want to put the ball on the floor. They're creating the opportunities for the others to say, go ahead, you beat me. You make some shots. You cannot run away from those shots. You have to take those shots. You can't double think them, but you got to step in, mean business, and start hitting shots to free up the other opportunities for other people.
What you're doing, we've heard this phrase, top blocked. So one guy's really kind of guarding Donovan or James, and the other guy, he's kind of shading in that direction, right?
I'll put it in football terms. It's the nickel back sitting in the slot, waiting for the receiver to come across the middle. So, yeah, you got one-on-one coverage on the outside with the corner, but you got a slot guy sitting in there waiting for him to come across. So if you even come my direction, I really have 2-on-1. And so they've done that. They've left opportunities for Dean Wade, left opportunities for Sam Merrill, Jalen Tyson. Somebody's got to be able to step up and make shots. Once you start doing that, that will open up the other opportunities. Schroeder was a guy that took advantage of that, slumping off, cutting back door, making opportunities for himself to get those layups. That's the kind of play that has to happen in the second half.
Well, you mentioned Dennis. He was a bright spot in the first half.
Yes, he was.
Left of the lane, flipped it up and in. Dennis Schroeder making a big impact as he's got 8 off the bench. The Cavaliers have an 8-point lead.
So Schroeder, he is second in scoring behind James Harden. Harden has 10. Schroeder with 8. 4 of 6 from the field going to the basket. Raptors are led by Brandon Ingram with 12, 10 for Scotty Barnes, and 9 off the bench for Colin Murray-Boyles. The Cavaliers' big three. Boy, it's a far cry from what we saw in Game 2, Brad. Evan Mobley, 1 of 7. Donovan Mitchell, 2 of 11, just 2 of 5 in threes. James Harden, 4 of 8, 1 of 3 in threes. 7 of 26, and 10 turnovers among them.
Yeah, I want to see us accept the challenge here. I want to see James Harden and Donovan Mitchell accept the challenge here. You know that they're going to be double-teaming you, but we have to play with some intensity and some force here. We can't be lackadaisical. James has got 6 turnovers in the first half. I mean, he's got 14 turnovers in 2 games. And we can't win like that. You got to take care of the basketball. Donna's been sloppy with the ball, too, at times. It's like a cascading effect. It then spills over to everyone else here. And so our 2 top players, 3 players really have to set the tone for the others.
Yeah, because Evans had opportunities to score, and he's just 1 of 7 inside. All right, well, you rely on your big guys this time of year. We'll see what they bring to the floor in the second half, Brad. Of course, you and I will be here together through it all, and, of course, we'll have our post-game show as well.
See you then.
All right, talk to you then. All right, let's check other action around the NBA. This is the only game in progress. Later, San Antonio up 2-1 at Portland. Boston up 2-1 at Philly. The Lakers seeking a sweep over Houston, and they're shorthanded. Here's LeBron.
We don't have the luxury of, being passive or being complacent. We don't have the luxury to do that. So our whole mindset is we have to do everything it takes in that particular game, in that particular moment, in that particular possession in order for us to win basketball games, because we don't have a long leash of error. We don't have a lot for error.
Well, they've been doing that as they try to get a sweep over Houston for the right to eventually play Oklahoma City, the Thunder, on the verge of sweeping the Phoenix Suns after they went up 3-0 yesterday. Last night it was quite a game in Minnesota. Timberwolves and the Nuggets going at it, and Minnesota just getting awful news. They lose Dante DiVincenzo, not even a minute and a half into the game, with a ruptured Achilles tendon. He's out, obviously, for this year and probably most of next. And they also lose their ace, Anthony Edwards. He goes down with a knee injury. But a guy they acquired in a trade deadline deal with Chicago, Ayo Dosunmu, had an incredible performance.
Off the Rudy Gobert screen, 10 on the shot clock, runs into the big man Jokic, double team, dribbles out of that, back out to midcourt. He wants a running start. He'll pop on a deep 3, straight away. Ayo Dosunmu! It's his night! 39 points!
He was absolutely incredible last night, a 43-point performance as Minnesota was able to get the W, 112-96, and take a 3-1 series lead in that set with Denver. The scene does go back to the Mile High City for a game number 5. Well, the Cavaliers are in a battle right now with the Toronto Raptors. Hey, download the Cavs app to play Cavs Pick'em, presented by KeyBank. $1,000 in cash will go to the overall playoffs winner, along with over $200 in prizes each game. Head to the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em now. This is the McDonald's halftime report. At the half in Toronto, it's the Raptors 38, the Cavs 36. We'll send it back to Tim and Serena after this time out of the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No, that's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
Rod Stewart. A night of hit after hit after hit. August 11th, Rocket Arena. Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marks. Tickets on sale now at rocketarena.com. Don't miss an electrifying night with the icon, Rod Stewart. One last time.
Cavaliers find themselves down 2 at the half, 38-36 here in Toronto. And if it wasn't for a last couple of minute barrage by Brandon Ingram, the score would even be lower than that. But the Cavaliers now trailing by 2 at 38-36. By the way, 36 points in the first half. That matched the Cavs' season low, the regular season low for points and a half. And it's the lowest points in an opening half by the Cavs in a playoff game since a few years ago against the Knicks. They had a 32-point first half against the Knicks. Hopefully they can get it cooking here in the second half of play, trailing 38-36 for the Cavaliers. A nice spark has been Dennis Schroeder. He came off the bench, popped in 8 points, a +8 and the +- 4 rebounds in the ball game. In fact, Donovan Mitchell talked about the fact that Dennis Schroeder does whatever the team needs and whatever is necessary. He makes all the plays.
He's been in the playoffs a bunch of times. He's been in the league for a long time. So what he sees, obviously, is his tenacity defensively. He's another ball handler that can get to the paint for us. He does a bunch of different things for us. And every night's not going to be the same. It'll be different. But I think the biggest thing is just saying, like, whatever the team needs. And he's been great at that for us.
Well, that's Dennis Schroeder. And, boy, Dennis Schroeder really was the only guy that took it to the rim for the Cavs in the first half. They're down 2, 38-36. Third quarter follows this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, basketball is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
ASAP Rocky presents Don't Be Dumb Tour. Live in Cleveland. ASAP Rocky performing at Rocket Arena Friday, May 29th. The new album, Don't Be Dumb, is out now. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. This is the dumbest tour of all time. ASAP Rocky, presented by Cash App.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Cavaliers down 2, 38-36 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Cavaliers will have the basketball going right to left. And the Cavs will now head towards their bench. Cavs in their statement black uniforms. Here comes Donovan Mitchell into the forecourt. 6-point first half on 2 3-balls for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Mitchell on the right sideline in the middle to Mobley. Mobley directing traffic. Works to the left wing, out front to Harden. Bounces it right back to Evan into the lane. Finger rolled it up and in. Evan Mobley gets the second half off to a good start as he ties the game at 38. Evan Mobley 2 field goals for 4 points. Here's Scotty Barnes. But again, for the Cavaliers, the concern has to be, Brandon Ingram found his rhythm and found the shots to close out the first half of play. There's a straightaway 3 that missed by Barrett. Ingram grabs the rebound. He'll fire from the free throw line and miss. Rebound to Allen. Taps it to Harden. Harden lob down low to Mobley. Mobley in the paint. And we'll get a reach-in foul on Toronto. So while we have a moment and they call out the foul, Serena, how do the Cavs turn this around here in the second half?
Well, I chatted with assistant coach Trevor Hendry at a halftime, and the word he just said is composure, right? The turnovers are the story once again in this game. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden combined for 9. It's take a deep breath. They've been a second late, 2 seconds late on everything. Have more composure in this second half, and know who you're guarding. Try to put the weaker guys in the actions.
Mobley in the lane, took it right to Jakob Poeltl. Turnaround shot good from Evan Mobley. 2 straight field goals from Mobley, and the Cavs are up 40-38. Poeltl at the other end drives, scores, and he banked it in off the glass. And a foul to go with it for Jakob Poeltl. His first 2 points of the ball game. Be a part of Cavs United, presented by KeyBank, and start making more moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/enroll to lock in your 26-27 Cavs United membership. So here's a Jakob Poeltl, line right, rattled in that free throw. A 3-point play for Jakob Poeltl. Toronto's back on top, 41-40. Third quarter just underway. Cavaliers down 1. Here's Allen on the left side. Jared Allen on the left-hand dribble into the lane. Strong to the hoop, flipped it up, got it partially blocked. Allen, though, tapped it out front to Mobley in the middle to Harden. Harden, crossover dribble into the paint, surrounded. Right side to Mitchell, and Donovan was standing on the sideline. That's another Cavalier turnover. We'll give it to the Raptors. They're going left to right here in the second half, heading towards Darko Rajakovic and the Toronto bench down to our right. Here's Barnes around a Poeltl screen. Barnes, lob out front to R.J. Barrett. Barrett outside the 3-point arc with 10 on the shot clock. Barrett bounced right side to Barnes. Barnes pushed off Allen, and the offensive foul will be on Scotty Barnes. So that'll give it to the Cavaliers as they trail by 1. A couple of more texts we want to get in. Got the Frame family. They're driving to Ohio from Michigan. Safe travels to them. We've got Rick down in Florida. Rick, thank you for dialing in. I've got a novel to read after that with all the texts. Here's Harden on the left side. Harden takes it out, top of the 3-point arc. Right wing Wade, 3-ball Dean. Got it! Dean Wade. How about a playoff high of 7 points for Dean Wade? Makes it 43-41. And not just in this series. That's a playoff high in his career. Ingram in the lane, high off the glass, no. Rebound grab by Harden. Harden on the run. Harden, top of the 3-point arc. Harden down the lane. Drive, scores with the left hand. Timeout, Toronto. So the 3 by Wade. The driving shot by Harden. Cavs by 4, 45-41. Early timeout taken by the Raptors in the third. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
The biggest party of the year is here. Zach Brown Band Love and Fear Tour, presented by Margaritaville at Sea. Saturday, July 18th, Rocket Arena. Zach Brown Band. With special guests. Fitz and the Tantrums. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBrownBand.com. Don't miss Zach Brown Band. Love and Fear. Live.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Harden, right corner to Wade. Wade with 6 on the shot clock. Wade in front of that Raptor bench. Wade with 3 on the clock. Back to the basket. Turns, shoots. Good! Dean Wade. I'm not sure we've ever seen the turnaround 3-ball from Dean, but we'll take it right there. Here's Harden on the left side. Harden takes it out, top of the three-point arc. Right wing Wade. 3-ball Dean. Got it! Dean Wade. How about a playoff high of 7 points for Dean Wade? Makes it 43-41. Not just in this series. That's a playoff high in his career. Cavaliers now with a 4-point lead at 45-41. 9:32 to go here in the third quarter of play. Serena Winters, a nice start to this third quarter for the Cavaliers. Some energy. They've outscored the Raptors 9-3. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Tim, one of the reasons for the good start is, as you can see there, is trying to get inside. And usually they start the game like that as well. You saw it even with this game. They started those first few possessions trying to get the ball to Jarrett and Evan. Then they kind of got away from that. You saw how stagnant the offense got there to close that first half. I thought the offense was much better coming out of halftime. And as you can see, when you have the force at the rim, it really opens up everything else.
The Cavaliers with the 4-point lead. Toronto with the ball off the early timeout here in the second half of play. Pirtle running the lane, bangs into Allen, hits the shot, and another 3-point play opportunity for Jakob Pirtle here in the third quarter of play. Only a few more texts that we want to get to. There's just a whole bevy of those. Got Tommy. He's listening out in Colorado. We've got Ray delivering pizza in Mansfield. We've got Mr. Cleveland in Minneapolis, and we've got Buckeye Mark down in Texas. And again, there's just a slew of those as Pirtle hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play. Cavs by 1. Mobley, left corner, Wade. Wade into the paint. Wade on the handoff to Donovan Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell hemmed in at the half-court line. Mitchell dribbles to the three-point arc. Mitchell running the lane on Walter. Comes high off the glass and scores. Donovan Mitchell. Nice driving shot. The Cavs lead is back to 3 at 47-44. 8 for Mitchell in the ball game. Here's R.J. Barrett. Running the lane. Barrett defended by Mitchell. Barrett swings it right side. Walter blocked by Harden. James got up there and swatted it. And Allen grabs the ball, flips it to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell around an Allen screen. Mitchell walks back out to the half-court line. Mitchell double team, bounce at the foul line to Mobley. Mobley left wing to Harden. Harden works his way top of the circle. 5 on the clock. Harden's pass deflected, grabbed by Mobley. 3-ball left wing. No. Big bounce, and it comes off to Jakob Pirtle. Toronto with the basketball. Cavs up 3. R.J. Barrett on the handoff to Brandon Ingram. Boy, he got it cooking late in the second, and his three ball missed. Boy, hopefully he's cooled off. He's missed a couple of shots here in the third. Allen grabbed that rebound, got it to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the arc, will let it fly. Too strong. Rebound, though. Jared Allen comes around Pirtle, and then Allen got fouled. As Jared Allen grabbed that miss from Donovan Mitchell, and now Jared Allen heads to the free throw line, shooting 2. Hey, head to Giant Eagle and visit the GE lighting display through April 30th for your chance to win Cavs tickets, a signed jersey, $500 in GE lighting, and a $250 Giant Eagle gift card. So visit Giant Eagle and take your lighting experience to the next level. Well, it has been a tough series for Jared Allen at the line. He just missed that first free throw. He is now 4 of 9 through the first 3.5 games. Second free throw, he's now 4 of 10. So the Cavs lead still 3, 47-44. Toronto with the basketball. Cavaliers have not shot it well at the free throw line today. Here's Brandon Ingram on the right wing. Ingram against Harden. Ingram bodies into Harden, left of the lane, fade away, spun out, rebound Mobley, and then it's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds by Jacoby Walters. We'll get Matt Strus and Jalen Tyson in for the Cavaliers. Cavs at the free throw line today, 2 of 8. Toronto's 7 of 11. Again, there isn't a whole lot that has been really solid shooting-wise. Toronto 17 of 62. Cavaliers 20 of 53. Cavs 5 of 22 from beyond the arc. How about this for Toronto? 3 of 23 shooting three balls. Analytic folks will say keep shooting them. Here's Strus, right corner to Tyson. Tyson, right of the lane, into the lane, left wing Wade. Wade behind his back on the dribble. Dean into the paint, right side Strus. 3-ball Max. Nope. Long rebound grab by Walter down the floor. Barnes underneath the basket, tried to dunk on Strus, couldn't convert, but he got fouled on the play. So that'll put Scotty Barnes at the free throw line. Shooting 2 with 7:08 to go. Here in quarter number 3, Cavs up by 3 at 47-44. Again, just sifting through all of the text. We've got Walt and Paul. They're listening out in Sacramento. We got Sean on his way to a guitar lesson. Sean has dialed in today. Got Diane. She's listening in New York City. We've got TC driving back from Columbus after the NFL draft. That was actually in Pittsburgh. And we've got TP. We've got TC and TP. TP's listening in Lorraine. 47-46. Tyson drives and scores at the other end for the Cavaliers. Leads back to 3 at 49-46. Here's Brandon Ingram on the left side. Ingram sideline left to Barnes. Barnes against Wade. Barnes underneath the basket. Bounced it in the lane, but it comes to Tyson. Deflects off his foot. Grabbed by Harden on the right sideline. Corner 3. No. Rebound Strus. Bounce to Tyson in the paint. Left wing Strus. 3-ball. No. Rebound Brandon Ingram. Long pass down the floor. Jacoby Walter will drive. And Harden may have partially blocked it, and it goes out of bounds off Scotty Barnes. I'll tell you, folks, this is not the way Dr. Naismith drew this up in Springfield all those years ago. But the Cavs have a 3-point lead, 49-46. It'll be Strus to inbound to Jalen Tyson. Back to Strus. 6:20 to go, third quarter. Strus against Ingram into the forecourt. Strus right in front of the scorer's table. Strus. Top side to Harden. Harden into the paint. Harden will put it up. No, but James Harden got fouled. So James Harden heads to the free throw line for the Cavaliers. Cavs playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want you to be a part of the action. Find tickets at Cavs.com/playoffs. And of course, the next home playoff game, a Wednesday night. That's a guarantee. As the Cavaliers and Raptors will be battling in Game 5, whether the Cavs have a 3-1 lead or this series is knotted up at 2. still to be determined following this afternoon's game here at Scotiabank Arena as James Harden hits that first free throw. Harden with a 13-point game here this afternoon. 17 years in the league. 17 years in the playoffs for James Harden. Second free throw, perfect. And James Harden now with a 14-point game. Cavs lead back to 5 at 51-46. Cavs' biggest advantage was 9 at 30-21. We're halfway through quarter number 3. Shed got it out front to Murray Boyles on the handoff to Ingram. Ingram fumbling the ball at that foul line, picked it back up, got it to Shed. Shed right back to Ingram, 5 on the clock. Ingram being chased, right wing to Barrett, 3 on the clock. Barrett, 2 on the clock. Desperation shot, barely grazed the rim. Rebound grab by Max Strus. Strus, right wing Wade, 3 ball Dean. No, rebound. Tyson saved it into Strus. Great hustle play by Jalen Tyson. Strus on the handoff to Harden. Lob to Strus. Strus, 6 on the clock. Strus into the lane, and he got poked away by Walter. Out of there with it comes Brandon Ingram. Ingram, right wing Barrett. RJ's 3, way off. Rebound grab by Murray Boyles. They work at right wing. Ingram's 3, no. Rebound to Allen. Boy, both teams just firing blanks here this afternoon. Cavs up 5 with 5 minutes to go. Strus thought about a 3. Strus, right of the lane, knocked out of his hand. Grabbed by Allen. He got fouled as he went up with the shot. This has been some sloppy basketball, but also some playoff intensity on display. Both teams realizing they need to make stops because they're not making a lot of shots. As Jared Allen will be at the free throw line. I want to say hello to my buddy Leo. He's listening in the car with his mom as Jared Allen hits that first free throw. Jared Allen now with his first point in the ball game. Here comes Sandru Mamukelashvili in for Toronto as Jacoby Walter will sit down. Jared Allen, his scoring totals have certainly been below his season average as he missed another free throw. He's had games of 10, 10, and 12 in the postseason. 52-46. Cavaliers by 6 with 4:50 to go here in the third quarter of play. Barrett, left of the lane, drives on Allen, missed the shot. Rebound deflects to Jared Allen. He'll toss it to James Harden. Harden, crossover dribble, driving on Sandro, put it up and ruled out, but James Harden got fouled. And James Harden holding both hands up near his head saying, what do we got to do to get a shot to fall? But Harden will be shooting 2 free throws. And the crowd, you heard the reaction as they showed the replay up on the scoreboard. As Harden. And now who do we have a T on? Got double T's. They got Dennis Schroeder and R.J. Barrett, each hit with a technical foul. So double technicals. And now we'll have Harden at the free throw line shooting 2. Serena, as they sort it all out, what are you witnessing courtside that's drawing your attention?
Honestly, Tim, I thought we've seen some really good Jalen Tyson minutes. I mean, offensively, it's either him getting into the paint and knocking it down or kicking it out and finding the open guy. I think we missed some of that in the first half, so loving seeing that. And then defensively, he's just hounding. So I'd say I loved also that when Toronto was picking up full court, what'd you see? You saw Max Strus and Jalen Tyson taking the ball up the floor, taking some of the pressure off James Harden, enabling him not to have 2 guys on him. So I like to see some of those adjustments the Cavs have been making. And look, Toronto had missed 7 straight possessions, which means obviously it's been a tough night here on the offensive side for both teams, but something to be made too for the Cavaliers defense coming out of halftime.
James Harden hitting both free throws. Harden now with a 16-point game. Cavs up 8. Again, offense at a premium here this afternoon 8-point lead, pretty significant the way this game's been played. Here's Shed for Toronto. Shed left of the lane, tried to lob it to Murray Boyles, and a whistle and a foul. Shed saying, I was shooting the ball. No, that was a lob pass to Murray Boyles on shooting foul. And that foul will be called on Harden. Well, for Toronto, we're going to see A.J. Lawson in the ball game. It'll be Toronto basketball. I think both coaches right now looking for somebody that can put the ball in the bucket. Here's Murray Boyles, right of the key for Toronto, matched up against Mobley. Murray Boyles throws it down low. Schroeder was fronting Ingram, and the foul will be called on Dennis Schroeder. First foul on Schroeder. Cavaliers are over the limit. Toronto is as well. Well, they're showing 5 fouls up there for the Cavaliers, and here we go. Ingram at the free throw line for Toronto. Ingram 2 of 2 from the line. He got hot right at the end of the second quarter as a 12-point ball game, and now 13 as he hits that first free throw. Brandon Ingram, in essence, his first year with Toronto, came over last year at the trade deadline, but didn't play. Had surgery, so sat out the remainder of the 24-25 season. He hit them both. But this year, 21.5 points, just under 6 rebounds, and under 4 assists per game. 54-48. Cavs by 6. Schroeder had an 8-point first half on the left-hand dribble. Switches to the right, works top of the key. Swings it left side to Strus. Strus now runs into the official, but saves it back to Schroeder. 3 on the clock. Schroeder in the paint. Short shot. No. Rebound, and now Tyson got tangled up, and they'll call that foul on, I believe, Shed. Yep, they're going to call it on Jamal Shed. And again, that was just an ugly possession by the Cavaliers, including John Goebel getting in the way of a scramble for a loose ball. But in the end, Jalen Tyson ends up with 2 free throws. So Tyson shooting 2. Line left with the Cavs up 6 at 54-48. Now it's 7 as Tyson hits the first. Got Sky. Or excuse me, no, it got Scott. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Scott listening in Troy, New York. Scott, a retired member of the military. That's very cool. Got Dave out in Golden, Colorado. Rich up in Commerce, Michigan. Jeremy in Philly. Tyson hit them both. So Tyson now with a 6-point game. Cavs lead is 8. Toronto with the ball. Left of the lane, Murray Boyles. On the handoff to Brandon Ingram. Ingram against Tyson. Ingram left wing jumper, got it. So Brandon Ingram now with 16. And it gets the Raptors to within 6 at 56-50. And now at the other end, we'll get an offensive foul called on Tyson, setting the screen. It was a great acting job by Toronto. Wow. I mean, Shed could win a Tony, an Oscar, and an Emmy for that one. So Toronto gets it back. 3:28 to go, third quarter. And Shed will throw it in to Scotty Barnes. Barnes relatively quiet today with 10. Barnes in the lane. He'll feed it to Murray Boyles, and he got it blocked at the rim. And then Mobley couldn't handle it. Had it knocked off his leg out of bounds by Scotty Barnes. So it'll be Toronto basketball with 14 to shoot. Shed right in front of his own bench. Near sideline, will lob it in right side to Barnes. Barnes against Tyson. Barnes on the move into the paint. Will shoot over Jalen and rolled out. Offensive rebound. Murray Boyles put it up. No, but he got fouled. So that'll put Murray Boyles at the free throw line for Toronto. They got that foul on Evan Mobley, and that's trouble for the Cavaliers because that is 4 fouls on Evan Mobley. So Colin Murray Boyles at the free throw line. With 3:08 to go here in the third quarter of play. Cavs by 6 at 56-50. And again, if you're out and about or wondering if you just tuned in, we have this low of a scoring game? Yes, as the first free throw is short. Cavs led by 3 at the end of one, 17-14. And Toronto outscored the Cavs 24-19 in the second quarter of play. It was 38-36 Raptors at the half. And now the Cavs here in the third quarter have outscored Toronto 20-12. Murray Boyles will get one more crack at the free throw line. During the season, he was a 66% free throw shooter. Splits the pair. And Murray Boyles now with 10. Cavs lead is 5. Strus on the right wing, out front to Mitchell. Donald straight away 3, and it didn't hit anything. And that's the way the afternoon has gone for both teams. Donovan Mitchell chucks an air ball on a 3-ball with 2:58 to go here in the third. And that'll bring a timeout on the floor. 56-51. Cavaliers by 5 with 2:58 to go in the third on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Smell rotten eggs, hear a hissing sound, or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
Inspired by Cavs legend Nick Gilbert, the Gilly Project and NFX fund research and raise awareness about neurofibromatosis, or NF, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. Despite the challenges of NF, Nick was a light and inspiration throughout his 27 years. Nick's legacy lives on through these organizations and his iconic bow tie, now a symbol of hope for families affected by NF. Help carry on Nick's fight at nfxdetroit.org.
Cavaliers by 5, 56-51 with 2:58 to go third quarter here at Scotiabank Arena. Jim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters, who has been providing outstanding courtside work throughout the playoffs. Jim Jones with the weekend off. Jim will be back with me in the Joe Tate Perch on a Wednesday night. Cavaliers and Raptors in Game 5. And then if there is Game 6, it would take place back here in Toronto on Friday night. Cavaliers hoping this is their only postseason trip to Scotiabank Arena. Serena Winters, what do you have for us courtside?
Yeah, James Harden addressed that timeout, and he said, look, there's 3 minutes left of this quarter. This is where we have to take control of this game and stop fouling. Now, what Kenny Atkinson said is with this specific group that they have in right now, key in on the rebounding. That's what he wants them to win in these final 3 minutes.
It'll be Toronto basketball off the timeout as the towels are waving. Boy, this crowd really hasn't been into it today because the play has just been so haphazard, although off the timeout, Jamal Shed with a running shot right of the lane that's good, and the Raptors are back to within 3 at 56-53. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell comes around a Strus screen. Mitchell swings it right wing to Tyson. Tyson fakes the pass. Tyson into the paint, whirling, banking, and scoring. That was some nifty footwork from Jalen Tyson. Reminiscent of prom night, I'm sure, for JT. Makes it 58-53. Cavs back to a 5-point lead. Barnes right of the lane, deals down low. Murray Boyles muscling on Allen. Missed the shot. Rebound grabbed by Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder up the right side. Schroeder picked up by Mamu. Schroeder looking low, can't get it to Jared Allen, so Schroeder will back up on the dribble. Schroeder got it to Strus. Strus, 10 on the shot clock. Max deals to Allen. Allen had it knocked out of his hands. No foul called. Here comes Mamu to the other end. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Mamu Feely deals right side to Ingram. Spins on Tyson. Brandon to the baseline. Shoots. No, he got knocked down. And a foul will be called on Max Strus. We'll put Ingram at the line as he heads to the stripe. We'll pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. So Brandon Ingram shooting 2. A couple of more texts to send out. And again, I don't know if I'll get to them all today, folks. I'm just being honest with you, but there are a ton, and we appreciate that so much. We've got Pat in Boston, got John listening in Alabama, Adam in Chicago, Charles in California. I think I mentioned TP in Lorraine. I think I did, but I'm repeating myself. We've got Lynn down in St. George Island, Florida. Both free throws good from Ingram. 58-55. Tyson strong to the basket. Put it up, no, but Allen grabbed the board. Got it to Mitchell. Right wing Strus. 3. Rimmed out. Rebound loose on the floor. Saved by Shed. He'll get it to Barnes. Ahead on the left side to Ingram. Toronto down 3 with the ball. Ingram. Right of the lane. Right corner Shed. 3-ball. No. Offensive rebound. Mamu. Blocked by Allen. Oh, Jared, what a play, and then a whistle and a foul on the rebound. But they'll get it on the Cavaliers. Oh, they got it on Tyson. So Tyson with his 3rd foul. And that'll mean free throws for Toronto, as we'll have Murray Boyles at the line. Shooting 2. Cavs had an 8-point lead. Toronto has shaved it to 3 with 1:14 to go here in the third quarter of play. First free throw, swish. Colin Murray Boyles has had games of 14, 17, and 22. Now with 11 this afternoon. You know, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cavs, whether buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or any live event in the land. SeatGeek is the place to do it. Murray Boyles hit them both. Cavs lead is 1. 58-57, 1:12 to go here in the third quarter of play. Schroeder walks the ball into the forecourt. Schroeder comes around Tyson. Schroeder outside the arc against Barnes. Schroeder fires it out front. Tyson had it, lost it. It rolls out of bounds. It belongs to the Raptors. So Toronto can take the lead. Cavs up 58-57 with 57.8 to go here in quarter number 3. It'll be R.J. Barrett to inbound, far side of the forecourt. Barrett looking. Got it at the half-court line, too. Jamal Shed. Shed against Strus. Shed, sideline right to Barnes. Barnes, lob down low. Mamu in the paint. Mamu got Allen in the air, flipped it up, spun in around the rim and in, and the Raptors lead. 59-58. Cavs down 1. 40 seconds to go in the third. 6 straight by the Raptors. Here's Mitchell. Straight away 3-ball. That's a brick. Offensive rebound. Tyson saved it into Strus. 3. No. Rebound loose on the floor. R.J. Barrett has it for the Raptors, and they can play for the final shot here in the third quarter of play. As the fans get up to their feet Now Donovan Mitchell out front just grabs a hold of Scotty Barnes. Well, the Cavaliers had that 8-point lead. And now Toronto has come bouncing back. Barnes at the free throw line with the Cavaliers over the limit. So Barnes shooting 2 with 16.4 on the clock. For Donovan Mitchell, that was his second foul. First free throw good for Scotty Barnes. We've got Sam in Wellington dialing in this afternoon down there in Duke country. We've got Mike, another driver. Mike's on the Ohio Turnpike listening this afternoon. Jesse's in Warren. We've got Russ doing some kayaking on the Cuyahoga River. Barnes splits the pair. Rebound grab by Strus. So the Cavaliers down 2 will play for the final shot. They put Harden back in the game. Hart lob in the lane. Tyson, his lob was blocked. 1 on the clock. Half-court shot off the backboard. No. And that'll do it here in the third quarter of play. Well, the Raptors with another late quarter surge. They did it at the end of the second, and now here at the end of the third. Toronto's up 60-58 as we head to the fourth on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam-dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour is coming. Celebrate hit songs from the movies, performed live, starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 25th at Rocket Arena. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Visit rocksports.com to stay up to date on everything you need to know about your Cleveland Cavaliers, Monsters, Charge, high school football, and so much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch rocksports.com, the home for Ohio sports fans.
Down 2, 60-58 as we get ready to start the fourth here at Scotiabank Arena. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters. Back in the studios, Kurt McLaughlin along with Marty Allen. And yes, Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers. And guys, I'm going to throw it to you. Let's take a look at how the Cavs can bring it home this afternoon here in Toronto. Bring it home presented by Rocket. Mike and Brad?
Well, Tim, I'll tell you, Brad, you look at these shooting numbers. My gosh, just make a few shots. The Cavs are 5 of 30 in threes. Raptors 3 of 27. Raptors 27% from the floor. Cavs 33%. Your thoughts? You make a few shots here, you go out and win this game.
Well, my
right?
thoughts are just this, Mike, simplistically. You got 12 minutes to go. Everything in the first 3 quarters, throw it out the window. 12 minutes left in this ball game to prove to yourself that you want to come back 3-1. Will you do anything it takes to get that done? Dive on the floor, setting screens, making shots. It is about who brings the energy in the last 12 minutes to have this game.
Well, the opportunity is there, right? I mean, both teams probably feel that same way. For the Cavs right now, though, if they can just put together a good sequence, they really haven't had that, have they?
Well, I can't be concerned about what Toronto's thinking. I just got to go at them right now and get it done.
All right, get it done. We'll send it back to you, Tim.
All righty. Cavaliers down 2. Raptors with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter of play. Here's Scotty Barnes, right of the lane against Harden. Barnes backing down Harden. Barnes fakes right, spins left, fade away, rolled out. Rebound grab by Evan Mobley. Cavs down 2 with the ball. Their first possession here in the fourth quarter. Harden bounce to Mobley. Mobley against Pirtle. Head and shoulder fake. Pow! With 2 hands. Evan Mobley with a strong move to the rack. A rim rattler ties the game at 60. And Mobley now with 8 points in the ball game. 11:18 to go in a 60-60 game. Barrett on the left side. Into the paint, hits the brakes, will shoot on Harden. Big bounce, and he got it to roll in. R.J. Barrett puts Toronto on top, 62-60. Sam Merrill back in for the Cavs. Here's Mobley in between the circles. Mobley directing traffic on the handoff to Strus. Swings it left side to Merrill. Merrill comes around a Mobley screen. Merrill gave it to Mobley. Back to Merrill. 3-ball up. Good! Oh, that M&M combo. Merrill, Mobley, Mobley, Merrill, and Merrill hits the 3. Cavaliers up by 1 at 63-62, but at the other end, Jakob Pirtle takes it right to the rim and scores. So Pirtle with 8 matches his playoff high in this series. Harden with a lazy pass. Got stolen by Barrett. Barrett on the other end with an easy layup. And James Harden literally just bounced that ball right to R.J. Barrett. 66-63. Cavs down 3. Here's Mobley, top of the three-point arc. Right side to Jalen Tyson. Tyson against Pirtle. Tyson driving on Pirtle. Flipped it up. No, but he got fouled. So Jalen Tyson will head to the free throw line. As Tyson with the Cavs down 3, shooting 2. Tyson is 2 of 4 from the free throw line today. 4 of 6 in the series. Serena will check in with you as Tyson shoots 2.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Tim, the turnover is just a big issue in this game, especially in that third quarter. 5 turnovers in the third. I mean, look, before Evan hit that dunk, the Cavs missed 13 of their last 15 shots. You mentioned the Toronto run to close. It was an 11-2 Toronto run. The Cavs have to be more forceful, as they said, going into this game, and have to pay more attention to the detail.
At the other end, Scotty Barnes with a driving dunk as the Cavaliers didn't get back defensively. Tyson had split the pair, but Barnes puts the crowd into an uproar and gives Toronto a 4-point lead. Merrill, left wing 3, no. Rebound deflects to Jamal Shed. Toronto with the ball and a 4-point lead. Shed out front, and now Tyson knocks down Pirtle in the lane. The foul will be on Tyson. That's his 4th. So Tyson and Mobley both with 4, as Donovan Mitchell and Dean Wade will check back in. Max Strus will sit down, as will Jalen Tyson. So the Cavaliers with Harden, Mitchell, Merrill, along with Wade and Mobley. Toronto up 4 with the ball. Here's Pirtle, left to the key, back to the basket. Pirtle on the handoff to R.J. Barrett. Barrett against Merrill, leans in, flips and scores. Well, R.J. Barrett all of a sudden has 6 points in the fourth and 13 overall. Merrill drives, scores, and he got fouled on the play. So Sam Merrill with a chance for an and one. Well, you heard Brad Sellers say it in between quarters with our Bring It Home segment. Somebody has to step up here in the fourth and be willing to take shots, get down on the floor, get loose balls. Sam Merrill with a 3-ball and now a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Cavs within 3. After long, Pirtle at the other end hooks and scores on Mobley. Mobley doesn't want to pick up that 5th foul. 72-67. Cavs down 5. Here's Hart dribbling through traffic, floats in and out. Rebound grab by Pirtle. Pirtle hemmed in, but he gets the ball to Barnes. Barnes on the run. Barnes lob right side. Barrett fakes a 3. R.J. Barrett into the paint, shoots on Merrill, missed it. Rebound Donovan Mitchell as he took it away from Pirtle. Mitchell up the right side. Mitchell being chased, finds Wade in the paint. Wade gives it in the corner to Merrill. Merrill on the right sideline to Wade. Wade on the handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell with an 8-point game. Mitchell out front, 5 on the clock. Mitchell, right of the lane, forced it up and rolled it in. Donovan Mitchell. That's a muscle shot right there. Makes it 72-69. Mitchell in double figures with 10. He had 2 30-point-plus games in Cleveland, with 15 and 10 here in Toronto. Barnes left of the lane, pushes off Wade, shoots from the baseline, and rattled it in. Timeout, Cavaliers. 74-69, Cavs down 5. 8:03 to go, fourth quarter, before a roaring, towel-waving crowd at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Some moments you never forget, like the buzzer beater that brought the house down.
Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win!
Being a part of Cavs United presented by KeyBank means more than just a seat for tip-off. It's legacy, family, and it's your all-access pass to memories at Rocket Arena that'll last a lifetime. Join Cavs United for the 2026-2027 season and create more moments that matter together. Visit Cavs.com/enroll today.
Hey, Cavs fans, basketball is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
Cavs down 5. Raptors lead at 74-69. 8:03 to go, fourth quarter here in Toronto. Cavaliers with a 2-1 lead in this series. Game 5 set for Wednesday night at Rocket Arena. Time still to be determined. The Raptors hang on here on their home floor. They will guarantee another game here in Toronto. Game 6 would take place Friday night here at Scotiabank Arena. Off the timeout, Cavaliers will send Harden, Merrill, along with Mitchell, Wade, and Allen to the floor. Jared Allen with 1 free throw in the ball game, but he does have 13 rebounds. Cavaliers scoring-wise, paced by Harden with 16, but he has 7 turnovers. That's coming off an 8-turnover game on Thursday night. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters down below as the Cavs will have the basketball off the timeout. Big possession here for the Cavaliers. Of course, we have seen Kenny Atkinson work magic off timeouts throughout the season, really in his 2 years as the head coach of the Cavaliers. They need a bucket. Here's Donovan Mitchell, 10-point game. Lobs it at the half-court line to James Harden. Harden out front against Scotty Barnes. Harden on the left-hand dribble. Harden looking for help. Got it to Merrill. Merrill into the paint. Force feeds Allen. Allen 2 on the clock. Gave it to Mitchell. Finger rolled it up. No. Ball knocked off the backboard. Grabbed by Allen, and he hooked it in. Well, the Cavs got a good bounce there off the ricochet. And Jared Allen with his first field goal makes it 74-71. Cavs within 3. Here's Barnes for Toronto. Barnes Feeds down low to Barrett. Barrett, right of the lane. Bounce left side, a wide open three. That's a brick by Shed, and it will Jacoby Walter, and it rolls out of bounds. The Cavs down 3 with the ball and 7:14 to go. Harden will throw it in to Donovan Mitchell. Here's Donovan Mitchell across the half-court line. Mitchell on the right-hand dribble. Cavaliers spread the floor. Mitchell works to the right wing, between his legs on the dribble. Mitchell, crossover, 3-ball. Tie game! Donovan Mitchell with his third 3 of the contest. And boy, did the Cavaliers need it right there, as the Cavs have responded with 5 straight points, and the Raptors take time before a crowd that has suddenly gone still. 74-74. 6:56 to go at Scotiabank Arena. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool and Cutter. Cleveland Tool and Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool and Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool and Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Like the all-new, all-hybrid Toyota RAV4. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 RAV4. Or lease a well-equipped RAV4 LE for just $299 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
(74-74). Cavs and Raptors knotted with 6:56 to go, fourth quarter here in Toronto in Game 4 of this best-of-7 series. And we're going courtside with Serena Winters.
Well, Tim, I just love the composure Donovan Mitchell played with before that last time out. You know that go time for Donovan Mitchell is fourth quarter, right? He's one of the best fourth quarter scorers in the league. And look, the fact is that when Scotty Barnes has been on him in this game, you have to give Scotty Barnes credit because he has done a phenomenal job on Donovan Mitchell defensively. But if they can continue to get him in different matchups, bring some of the other defenders into the pick and rolls, I think it'll be huge here in this fourth quarter, Tim. Now, the thing the Cavs want to watch out for, though, can't let R.J. Barrett to drive to the rim. There were a couple of possessions the past couple of minutes where it was a little bit too easy for R.J. Barrett to get inside. He's so good once he gets in transition, and you have to keep Scotty Barnes out of the middle.
Each team with 3 timeouts left, 6:56 to go. We are tied at 74. You gotta love playoff intensity basketball as everything just ratchets up. Here's R.J. Barrett. Barrett left of the lane. Bounce in the right corner to Brandon Ingram. Ingram baseline jumper rattled out. Rebound loose on the floor. Grabbed by Dean Wade. Tosses it to Donovan Mitchell. Cavs with a chance to take the lead. Here's Mitchell in between the circles. And away from the basketball. A whistle. And a foul will be called on Toronto. They got that one on R.J. Barrett. When the whole arena went quiet, we were waiting to see who that foul was going to be on. 6:31 to go. Mitchell will inbound just to the right of the Cavaliers bench. Mitchell will bounce it in to Wade. Dean hands it right back to Donovan Mitchell. It's closing time now. Mitchell left the lane, left corner Harden, fakes the three, steps right, shoots it, buries it, and the Cavaliers have a 3-point lead. Well, when it's closing time, the two Hall of Famers, Mitchell and Harden. Mitchell with the assist, Harden with the bucket. Cavs up 77-74. 6:05 to go. Here's Barnes, right of the lane. He'll bank and miss. Offensive rebound, Murray Boyles, and then Harden pokes it away. Harden with the steal. Bounces to Mitchell. Mitchell on the right wing, between his legs on the dribble. Donovan to the foul line, left of the lane, flipped it up, no, got knocked down. And a foul will put Donovan Mitchell at the free throw line. They got that one on Scotty Barnes. Well, the Cavaliers, James Harden, voted to the 75th anniversary team, one of the greatest to play the game. Donovan Mitchell, surefire Hall of Famer. Two closers on that floor. In the back half of the fourth quarter, Donovan Mitchell shooting two. First one up and good. For Donovan Mitchell in this series, that was only his 9th free throw. He was 6 of 8 coming into today's game. Donovan's normally a guy that will get to the line. Hits the first, Cavaliers up by 4, 78-74. Mitchell with that deep breath and the deep knee bend. He'll shoot and roll it in. And to use a little bit of the iron right there, but Donovan Mitchell makes it 79-74. 7 in the fourth for Donovan, 15 overall. Cavs by 5, trying to close it out. Shed, lob right side to Ingram. Ingram with his back to the basket against Sam Merrill. Ingram spins to the baseline, fade away, no stuff. Back home by Murray Boyles. My goodness. That's an impressive play by the rookie. Makes it 79-76. Cavs with the ball in a 3-point lead. Mitchell, left wing three ball. Bullseye! Donovan Mitchell. It's closing time, and Donovan Mitchell makes it 82-76 with 5:05 left. Mitchell has erupted for 10 in the fourth, 18 overall. Ingram against Harden. Ingram, bounce out front, and Mitchell took it away and then got knocked down. Donovan Mitchell with arms like snakes. And then he got fouled, and he'll walk to the other end and shoot two. A game that for 40 minutes was as sloppy and as haphazard and disjointed as you can be. And now here in the final 7 minutes, the Cavaliers have found their mojo. And Donovan Mitchell at the line shooting 2 more free throws. Good on the first. Mitchell now with 19. Timeout taken by Toronto. We are going to keep it right here. 83-76 as this crowd has suddenly gone silent. Cavs by 7 with 4:55 to go. Again, we're keeping it right here. In fact, you want to see a Cavs playoff game at Rocket Arena? Well, create a free Cavs rewards account and link your card to be automatically entered to win 2026 Cavs playoff tickets. Join at Cavs.com/rewards. Boy, a stunning turnaround for the Cavaliers here in the fourth quarter of play. As the Cavs here in the fourth with their highest point total of the ball game in a quarter. They've got 25. They've outscored the Raptors 25-16, and they've opened up a 7-point lead. 14-2 run for the Cavaliers. And Serena, there is nothing like the beautiful silence of a road arena in a playoff game, and the Cavaliers have seized the momentum.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, Tim. And Donovan Mitchell is a big reason for why they've seized that momentum. You mentioned that 14-2 run. Well, Donovan has scored the last 6, right? We saw him draw the double team and then leave somehow James Harden wide open. He hits that 3. The next play, Donovan Mitchell comes down he gets to the paint, then he winds up at the rim. And then on the other side, Tim, Donovan Mitchell with that last play defensively doing such a good job defending in the gaps, which has been a huge emphasis for them the past couple of games, to be able to get that deflection and lead to potentially points on the other end.
So here we go. Donovan Mitchell, after the timeout, back at the free throw line as he looks to give the Cavaliers an 8-point lead. Free throw hung on the rim and bounced around and fell through. 4:50 to go. Cavs up 84-76. Barrett feeds right corner to Shed. Shed tosses it right back to R.J. Barrett. Barrett against Dean Wade. Barrett looks low, nothing there. Flips it on the left side to Ingram. Ingram, baseline left, pulls up, jumper, rimmed out. Rebound grabbed by Barnes, though. And then Barnes in traffic, lost it, got it back, flips it to Murray Boyles. Boy, he got crushed. The Cavaliers were not about to give up the field goal right there. Murray Boyles got sent to the deck as he will shoot 2 with 4.5 to go. Cavaliers right now with Harden, Merrill, Mitchell, Wade, and Allen on the floor. And now let's see what John Goebel has to say, our crew chief.
The criteria is meant for a flagrant foul.
Got the very tail end of that. Again, they're going to take a look at that to see if that was a flagrant foul called on Sam Merrill. So again, John Goebel will check in with Secaucus, Courtney Kirkland, and John Butler, the 2 officials in Secaucus at the replay center. The Cavaliers here in the 4th quarter of play turn this thing around, led by Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Donovan Mitchell with 12 here in the 4th quarter, including 2 3-balls and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Harden with a 3-ball, a couple of pretty assists, and Cavs up 8 with 4.5 to go. A few more texts that we want to get in. And again, I apologize if I did not get to yours because, my goodness, I have a whole book up here of texts. But got Joe. He's in Denver this afternoon listening in. We've got Charles in California.
After review, the pull on the shoulders by Merrill with a takedown. There's impact and follow-through. This has been deemed a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Murray Boyles will shoot 2 free throws. It will be Toronto basketball, free throw line extended.
So, it is a flagrant foul on Sam Merrill. So with Toronto down 8, they'll have 2 free throws coming and the basketball with 4.5 to go here in Toronto. And the Cavaliers and the Raptors getting things started as far as NBA playoff action is concerned. A little bit later on this afternoon, Portland hosting San Antonio with the Spurs up 2-1 in that series. Tonight, 7 o'clock tip in Philly as the 76ers will be hosting Boston with the Celtics up 2-1 in that series. And then out west, Lakers looking to close out the Rockets in LA with a 3-0 lead in that series. How about the other series going on in the East, by the way? Orlando with a 2-1 lead on Detroit as Murray Boyles splits the 2 free throws. Of course, New York, big win yesterday, ties up Atlanta at 2 games apiece. Some outstanding series here in the East. Cavaliers looking to go up 3-1 on Toronto. Raptors basketball. Again, they got the ball on the flagrant foul. Here's Brandon Ingram, right side against Merrill. Ingram lost the ball, but it's scooped up by Murray Boyles. Boyles bounces it left side to Barrett. Got it out front. Shed 3, no. Offensive rebound, Murray Boyles. Sideline left to R.J. Barrett. Lob down low, tried to get it to Barnes, and it went off Scotty's fingers out of bounds. And now the Toronto bench screaming at John Goebel to give his partner Curtis Blair some help on this call. Ray Acosta now steps in, so all 3 officials were in on that conversation, and the ball belongs to Toronto. 4:07 left. Toronto ball, and now Kenny Atkinson says, all right, I want you guys to look at this. So we'll have a challenge from the Cavaliers. 84-77.
Coach's challenge, the challenging the out-of-bounds call on the floor.
Cavaliers by 7 with 4:07 left here in Toronto. We'll take our first wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Good challenge for the Cavaliers. They win the challenge, call overturned. Basketball belongs to the Cavs. 84-77. Cavs up with 4:07 to go, fourth quarter here in Toronto. Sam Merrill to inbound. It's Merrill along with Harden, Mitchell, Wade, and Mobley. And Harden has the ball in his hands. James Harden will walk it into the forecourt. Harden out near the half-court line, and the very deliberate, patient James Harden will give it up to Donovan Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. Cavs spread the floor. Mitchell works to the right sideline. Mitchell against Barrett. Mitchell, run of the lane, driving, floating, missing, rebound, deflects to Ingram, and then he got hit by Mobley. It was inadvertent, but the foul will be on Evan Mobley, and that'll be 5 on Evan Mobley. But it's crunch time now. Evan Mobley, with those 5 fouls, in all likelihood, will stay on the floor. And as Brandon Ingram kind of looking at the bridge of his nose, you get popped there, that'll bring some tears to your eyes. Here's Barrett on the right side. Barrett draws Wade. Barrett into the paint, shoots on Wade. Missed! Rebound out of bounds. And they're going to say it went off Evan Mobley. Mobley was battling Murray Boyles for it. Lob on the inbounds. Ingram at the free throw line. Ingram against Merrill. And then Mitchell came and knocked it away, but they'll call the foul on Donovan Mitchell. So the foul on Mitchell will be his third. Cavaliers now sitting at 4 team fouls. It'll be Barnes to inbound to the left of the Toronto bench. Scotty Barnes, 17-point ball game, lobs it into Barrett, and he's got a layup as he got by Donovan Mitchell. That was way too easy. R.J. Barrett makes it 84-79, 3:15 left in Toronto. Cavaliers with the basketball. Dean Wade has it in the middle to Merrill. Merrill on the handoff to Harden. Harden with 10 on the shot clock and 3:05 to go. Harden out front. Harden on that deliberate dribble, 5 on the clock. Harden between his legs. Harden 2 on the clock. 3 ball. In and out. Rebound. Ingram falls to the floor. Ball loose on the floor. Out of there with it comes Jamal Shed. Cross court to Barnes. Barnes hits the brakes at the foul line. Bounce left side to Barrett. Barrett to the baseline. Barrett in traffic. Barrett up. No. Tip. No. Rebound. Murray Boyles. Top side. Ingram 3. Got it. Big shot from Brandon Ingram. The 3 ball gets the Raptors to within 2. 84-82. 2.5 to go in Toronto. Donovan Mitchell at the half-court line against Scotty Barnes, and then Barnes knocked it out of Mitchell's hands and out of bounds. Cavaliers will have 9 to shoot. Boy, Barnes was right in the shirt of Donovan Mitchell. It'll be Merrill to inbound over on the far side. Merrill at the half-court line, bounces it into Harden. James will let it roll a couple of times. Harden picks it up, 5 on the clock. Harden got it out front. Merrill, 3 ball. Got it! Sam Merrill! Money! Quick flick! Call them what you want. Sam with a big-time bomb. Cavs by 5, 87-82 with 2 minutes to go. Barnes left of the lane. Barnes, lob right side. Ingram, and he got fouled on a 3-ball attempt by James Harden. So that'll put Brandon Ingram at the free throw line with Toronto down 5 and 1:54 to go. Ingram, 82% from the free throw line during the regular season, but in the playoffs, the first 3 games against the Cavs, 67%. Now he is 4 of 4 this afternoon, and that first one rattled out. So Ingram misses the first. He's got 2 more coming. Brandon Ingram, he got it going late in the second quarter of play. Had 12 at the half. 6 more in the third for 18. A 3-ball here in the fourth. Second one, got that. Don't forget Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers coming up after the ball game. They'll have the post-game show. A lot to unwrap from this one. Ingram, third is good. So Ingram now with 23. Cavaliers by 3 with under 2 to go in Toronto. 87-84. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden, left-hand dribble, tosses it to Donovan Mitchell. 2 playoff-savvy players. Mitchell left of the lane. Mitchell under the basket. Mitchell hemmed in. Fade away from the baseline. No good. Rebound, Mobley. Right side to Mitchell. Mobley keeps the possession alive. Mitchell will bounce it out front to Harden. Harden, 6 on the shot clock. Harden, 4 on the clock. Right side Mitchell. Long 3. Hung on the rim. Rebound, Mobley again. Holy Mobley. 1:10 to go. Mobley got it to Harden. Harden left of the lane. Shoots. Missed. A rebound grab by Toronto. 1 minute to go. Cavs by 3. Barnes out front against Wade. Barnes left of the lane. Barnes bounced topside to Barrett. Barrett spinning on Merrill. Barrett left of the lane. Banks and scores. Barrett makes it a 1-point game. It's 87-86. Cavs up with 45 seconds to go. Mitchell at the half-court line. Shed knocked it out of his hands and out of bounds. And what do we got? We got an 8-second violation. 8-second violation on the Cavaliers. Another turnover. It will be Toronto basketball. Timeout taken by the Raptors. So the Raptors will have a chance to take the lead. Cavaliers 87, Raptors 86. 40.8 to go. It'll be Toronto basketball when we come back after this wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-use items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tie game! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Well, Scotia Bank Arena has erupted. Cavs still hanging on to a 1-point lead, 87-86. They put 40.8 on the clock. It'll be Toronto basketball off the timeout. Cavs will send Harden, Mitchell, Wade, Allen, and Mobley out onto the floor. Toronto with Shed, Ingram, Barrett, along with Barnes and Murray Boyles. On the inbound, they throw it into Barnes in the backcourt. Barnes against Wade. Barnes to the bucket, missed the dunk, but a foul is called on Jared Allen. Boy, Wade got sent down hard on a screen, and that'll put Scotty Barnes at the free throw line, shooting 2. Jared Allen picks up that foul, as Jared Allen now with 4 personals. Barnes at the line. Scotty Barnes has struggled at the line today, 2 of 6. And he sinks that one and ties the game at 87. And the Cavaliers were looking good. This place was silent as Barnes hits the second. Timeout taken by the Cavs. So the Cavaliers trail by 1, 88-87, 34.6 to go here at Scotiabank Arena. Cavaliers with some costly turnovers down the stretch, and Toronto has capitalized as Kenny Atkinson will try to draw up the play and put the Cavaliers back in the lead. Serena Winters, courtside, I know you were in that last huddle as to what the gauge of the mood of the Cavaliers is right now.
I mean, just that it's go time, Tim. And on top of that, you know who is going to want to score for the Raptors, right? Scotty Barnes is all over it. The Raptors, though, Tim, they've scored the past 6 straight points. I think you do whatever you have to do to lock in on Scotty Barnes.
For the Cavaliers here at the offensive end, certainly have a multitude of weapons to choose from. Harden, of course, with 19. Donovan Mitchell with 20. Even Sam Merrill has come alive here in the fourth quarter as Sam now checks back in the ball game. So Merrill, who has 9 points here in the fourth, takes the floor. And Strus now enters. So the Cavaliers putting some shooters in there. They've got Mitchell, Harden, along with Merrill, Strus, and Mobley. So the Cavaliers will go small, trailing by 1, 88-87 with 34.6 to play. Cavaliers elect to advance the basketball. It'll be Mobley just to the right of the Cavalier bench in the forecourt. He gets the ball from Curtis Blair. Mobley throws it into Harden. Harden left of the key. Harden left of the lane. Lob to Merrill. Got it out front to Mitchell. Mitchell into the paint. Lays it up. No. Rebound fought for. Grabbed by Ingram. Ingram had it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Toronto ball. And the shot clock is off. After that sequence, the shot clock is off with 21.6 to go. Toronto has it. Dean Wade will re-enter. Sam Merrill will exit. Well, the Cavaliers, if they can't create a turnover right here, will be forced into a foul. And now Toronto will take time as they will have the opportunity to advance the basketball. So Donovan Mitchell went into the lane, couldn't convert on the shot. And then in the rebound battle, it went out of bounds off the Cavaliers. 88-87. Toronto's up with 21.6 to go. Raptors have scored the last 6 points. Cavaliers had a 5-point lead and all the momentum. And that has gone by the wayside as the Raptors have rallied back. And it was 2 free throws from Scotty Barnes a moment ago that gave the Raptors this 1-point lead. They get the defensive stop. And now the Cavaliers looking for either that turnover or certainly, if they don't get it, free throws for the Raptors. But if Toronto were to hit 2, Cavaliers still would be within 1 possession in a 3-point game. Serena, how do you see this playing out down below?
Well, Tim, it's going to be a defensive battle. You know what they were saying in that huddle. It is all about stops right now. You can feel the crowd in here. You can feel the energy. You know that the Raptors have that on their side. You have to lock down defensively and be careful not to foul. It is so easy in moments like this to lose sight of that. You can't allow that to happen here in these final 21 seconds.
So Toronto indeed elects to advance the basketball. It'll be Shed over on the far side to inbound. Toronto is out of timeouts. They have to get it in. Shed lob to the backboard. It's tracked down by Barnes. Barnes immediately fouled by Dean Wade. So the Cavs play the quick foul game, and they will put Scotty Barnes at the free throw line. He just made 2. Again, Barnes here in the playoffs has been shooting 74% from the line. He was 82% in the regular season. Barnes, first one, got it. Scotty Barnes now 8 of 11 at the line today. Cavaliers do have a timeout as Dean Wade and Jared Allen sit down. Donovan Mitchell and Strus check back, or Merrill check back in. Now for Toronto, will they play the foul game as Barnes hits the second? Will they allow the Cavs to get a three-point shot up? 90-87. Harden throws it into Strus, back to Harden. 16 on the clock. Harden ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell on the right side. Mitchell fakes to 3, shoots to 3, missed it, long rebound. Mitchell couldn't save it in the corner. As the ball goes out of bounds, it will be Toronto ball. 8.6 left. And this arena is now in a frenzy. 8.6 to go. Cavs down 3. Boy, Donovan Mitchell went careening out of bounds into the fans over there on the near side. He missed a 3 ball, tried to track it down as it was going out of bounds, couldn't get there. And it will be Toronto to inbound. They have a 3-point lead with 8.6 to go. Now they can't take a timeout to advance it. They're out of timeouts. It'll be Shed to inbound. Shed deep in the corner, and that's a tough angle. Shed looking, bounces it into Barrett, and Barrett fouled with 6.3 to go. It's a dangerous play right there. We saw what happened in Houston the other night. You're in cramped quarters. But a nice job by Toronto to get it in. And if R.J. Barrett can hit one of these two, it's pretty much lights out for the Cavaliers. 90-87. Toronto by 3. Barrett, line right. First one, no. Now the Cavs do have a timeout. Boy, this is huge right here. R.J. Barrett, line right. Barrett, second one, got it. Cavs take time, but with 6.3 to go and down 4, that is a tall mountain to climb. Cavaliers appeared to have this one in control. They had quieted the crowd. They had a 5-point lead, and then things just unraveled here in the final few moments. And Toronto, to their credit, capitalized on the opportunities. And now they're up 4 and on the verge of tying this series at 2 games apiece and sending it back to Cleveland with a crucial Game 5 on the line Wednesday night. And if they hang on, it guarantees a Game 6 back here in the Queen City on Friday night. So Toronto here in the fourth quarter has rallied as the Raptors have outscored the Cavs 31-29. Here in the fourth quarter of play. Toronto did hit some key free throws down the stretch. And they've improved their free throw shooting to 25 of 34. As now the Cavaliers will try to get a quick 3 and then force a turnover. Both teams out of timeouts. It'll be Harden near sideline to the right of the Cavalier bench looking to inbounds. Harden gets the basketball from John Goebel. Harden looking out front. Merrill, tough 3, got it! Are you kidding me? Hold on. What do we got? Merrill hit the 3. Are they going to make sure it was a 3? Ray Acosta immediately stepped in and halted things. They're going to give it a 2. They're going to give it a 2 for Sam Merrill. They're going to say his foot was on the line. That makes it 91-89. But again, 4.2 if the Cavs can create a turnover rate here, as Toronto does not have the timeout to advance the basketball. Shed runs the baseline. Toronto leading by 2. Shed got it in and immediately fouled was Scotty Barnes. 3.8 on the clock. So Strus commits the foul on Scotty Barnes. 3.8 to go. 2 big free throws for Scotty Barnes. He's 4 of 4 here in the fourth quarter of play. Barnes with a 21-point game overall. First free throw from Barnes, rattled in. 22 for Barnes. And this is the big one right here. Raptors up 3, 3.8 to go. Barnes, second long switch. And that should do it. Harden will inbound, but the Cavs are down 4. 3.8 to go. Harden long pass. It's knocked away. Strus grabs it, though. Banked it, missed it, and that's your ball game. This series is tied at 2 games apiece. Toronto, with a late fourth quarter rally, overcomes a 5-point deficit and knocks off the Cavaliers 93-89. Cavs 2, Toronto 2 through 4 games. Game 5 will be Wednesday night in Cleveland, and we now know we're guaranteed a Game 6 back here in Toronto on Friday night. Toronto with the comeback